And you are with the Punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. How's everybody doing today? We got no picture.
Yeah, well, that's all right. I got some. I got
there
a
it
little
goes.
bit going.
Right, when I restarted, it switched to the gym scene.
Okay.
The gym.
So, we got a big show today. Vergil Ortiz, Ryan Garcia,
Yep.
and Tommy Lane, Mills Lane's son. He's also a promoter in Reno now, so we want to kind of catch up with him and see what's going on today. We got some big fight talk. We have nothing to say. We know about the Canelo incident. We're going to talk that. We might even argue on this. We have the fights in New York City we were at last weekend.
Yeah.
And so we have a lot going on. We even made the show a 2-hour show because we couldn't fit everything in.
It's been 2 hours the last couple of weeks, but again today I think too bad. We might have wanted longer today, to be honest with you, because there is so much to talk about, and damn, a lot of shit happened quick.
It's true, and a lot. And before we get this out, I want to give a shout out to Christine Lopez from Global Fight Talk and Lisa Lozano and Christine for the awesome sweatshirt and shirts we got, and thank Texas Select Boxing for hooking us up with the most awesome gear. And I'll tell you what, we're gear whores. You send us some gear, we'll fucking wear it.
That's for sure. Don't be shy.
Don't be shy, homies. But no,
send all kinds of things too, like hoodies and t-shirts, because we don't ever know what the weather in this fucking area.
We don't like to do laundry. Joe said, "What's up, guys? Ifcar's what's good, Jason Kelly. Ifcar, good, and Joe, great. I love to hear both your opinions. Oh, Ifcar, it's gonna be good, buddy. Me and Kelly might end up fighting today." Gina Davis says, "Texas, another arrogant Texan." In case you're wondering, this is not booze; it's protein shake.
Get that protein. Well, what do you want to start off with?
Well, we got a few minutes. Let's go ahead and start off with the fights this weekend. What do you think?
Okay.
Big fight this weekend, guys. Let's start off with the fight we were at, Kovalev and Mihalaki. I don't know how to say his name, do you?
No.
He was 21-1 with 9 knockouts. Go ahead and give me your impression of what you thought, Kelly. I'll hear you first.
I thought it was a good performance. Not the best for Kovalev, but I thought it was. I thought he did what he had to do. He won the fight. He was winning the rounds. I thought he did a good job for what he had to work with and the situation. Again, he didn't look as sharp as he did in the previous fight, but the kid wasn't really that bad of a fighter either at all.
No, he was ranked. He was a champion.
The kid was tough. And then southpaw and everything else. So, what did you think?
Honestly, I thought Kovalev looked flat. I thought he looked overtrained. I know it's going to rub some feathers the wrong way. Roger, his coach, always family to us, but I just saw in the ring he was getting hit a little too much.
Yeah.
And what concerned me was he was not sweating when he came in the ring. And I know he was warming up because I saw Roger's working mitts with him before.
Yeah.
One of the symptoms of being overtrained is not sweating, not breaking a sweat as quick as you normally would. Being overtrained, it takes a little longer to get going, to get that sweat going. And I just thought he looked flat in the fight. That guy should have been a guy with 9 knockouts, and the way Kovalev is, he should be able to walk right through you, which he has. Has 35 years old caught up to him? Has he just had a bad camp? Has he just overtrained himself to get this new physique on him? Maybe we should give the guy some vodka and a pack of cigarettes. Maybe he'll do better.
I don't know. Yeah, with that being said, I don't know. The overtraining. That you got to really go all out to really overtrain, and
he has.
Yeah, it could be. It definitely could be. He was. I don't know. If it was the southpaw, if that had anything to do with it. A couple times they did tangle up boxing during the fight. But yeah, again, like I said the same thing. though. He didn't look as sharp as he usually does.
And I think Kovalev has been starting camp almost 2 months prior to the 8 weeks, 12-week camps now he's doing, which a guy who's done 8 weeks, maybe 10 throughout his whole career doing 12 will take a toll on you now because he's went through how many years? 20 years 15 years of doing 8 weeks. Now you're just doing another 4 weeks on top of that. God knows how much sparring he's doing, how much training he's doing. And then just to keep that physique now, that lean physique he has is a chore in itself.
Let's see. What else? There was the Bivol fight.
Bivol looked awesome.
I thought so.
I think Bivol might be the best 175 in the division. I mean, I think also Vostik might be. Him and Vostik might be the fight to see.
Yeah, and no, but we don't know what's gonna happen next though. If it's gonna be Bivol and Kovalev, I doubt it. If I was their handler, Bivol's handlers, I would wait again.
Yeah.
Just to see. The thing with that, Bivol is a small light heavyweight though.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously he's got punching power, but when you get in with somebody like a Kovalev who's that big,
wide,
yeah,
or a guy like Beatroff.
Yeah, big. And they're big and they could fight.
Yeah.
But no, he did. He looked really solid in that fight too, though, and against a really good opponent too. A lot of people thought that Burr was gonna win that fight.
Yeah, and that's the thing. I really think. Well, right now the question was asked. What I was just going to say is, do you think Father Time was catching up with Kovalev? Absolutely, I think it is.
It could be, definitely.
I think 35. I think you'll get to that time in your career where you're going to slow down a little bit. You're not going to be what you were at 25.
And average people go off of like, well, look at Mayweather, look at Hopkins.
That's a special breed of fighter.
Everybody's different. Some guys fucking age at 30.
But you also got to remember, Hopkins peaked late. Hopkins didn't peak early in his career. He wasn't as good as he was.
Yeah, he didn't have the fucking miles on his tires either.
No.
Early on.
You have some guys like, I believe Oscar De La Hoya peaked early in his career. I don't think he peaked late. I think he peaked early on. Yeah. I think Oscar was at his best, maybe 135, 140.
Mm-hmm. I think so.
I know it's off track, guys, but I would put Oscar and Roberto Duran close to neck and neck, being one of the greatest 135ers ever. With maybe Shane Mosley in there, too.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say Barney Ross and these fucking guys because I'm not a boxing historian. I don't
know. You bring up the Shane Mosley one, too. That, our buddy, who we always fucking put on a very high pedestal as Spadafora was a lightweight.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you look at Shane Mosley and what he was doing and what his record was at lightweight.
Yeah.
Personally, I think that he could possibly go down as the greatest lightweight of all time. I mean, he just didn't, at the time, he didn't stay long enough. I don't know if there was much there for him at that weight. There was
fights, but the fights he were taking were like, they were like ESPN type guys. You had like guys like Rivera, and you had guys like Wilson Rodriguez, and you had, Angel Manfredi, good champion, but you had those type of guys.
The B side.
Yeah, that B level. Interim champion type. You didn't have those marquee fights at 35. There was when Mosley was going through, you had guys like Shannon Taylor, and you had Ivan Robinson. You had guys that would.
Shit, going back to that who was Wilson Rodriguez? Talk about another fucking fight, all time great fight was him and Gotti. Gotti came back from that beating.
Ifgar, my protein shake has EAS whey, vanilla whey protein. Some PB2 chocolate peanut butter in there, and also I think 1 packet of Splenda.
Some of the Russian vitamin.
And a Russian vitamin. But no, and Simon's also saying too, also the Kusher era has worn off. The Crusher era. His opponents come in confident that they're going to win instead of being intimidated by the moment. I have to agree with that. They saw what Ward did. They know, hey, I have a chance. And once that wears off, it's hard to get back.
Yeah. We'll see. I still think, for Bivol to fight him right now, I couldn't. I think he's a better fighter right now.
He has inexperience, though.
Inexperience, and again, Koval's a big guy.
Bivol, I was really shocked how little he was.
Mm-hmm.
I was really shocked how Bivol responded to you when we met him.
Oh, that was funny.
We met Bivol in the morning at was it breakfast time?
Yeah.
We were having breakfast. Bivol was in the restaurant with us, maybe 3 tables away towards the end of the restaurant, and our good buddy, good family, Roger Romel goes, hey, you want to meet Bivol? Well, actually, I want to meet Bivol. Let's go meet Bivol. Kelly's like, I fucking don't care. Anyway, Roger goes, introduces Bivol, and he goes, hey, Dimitri. He goes, have you ever met Kelly Pavlik? He goes, Kelly Pavlik? He goes, he's fucking big.
He's fucking big.
He goes, he's fucking big. And the size difference is huge. He's tall. He's like 6'1", he's 6 foot, 6'1". Yeah. But he's lean.
He is.
Fucking, I don't think he puts a pound on after weigh-in.
Nope, and that could be
the auto injector 2000. I can't believe we're saying that on the air.
Clenbuterol.
April, I don't want to hear you talking about you're going to take a class on boxing. I don't want to hear you working out. You text me, let's go work out, and your ass never showed up. Shut the fuck up. Thank you.
Ooh.
Kova's targeting Buddy Jack. And you know what? That's a great fight.
Yeah, you speaking of that, yeah, we were talking. That fucking light heavyweight weight class, man, is going to, I think in the next 8 months, 10 months,
it's going to blow up.
It's going to be like welterweight.
Dude, light heavyweight's stronger than welterweight right now.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it is.
It truly is.
Let me tell you, well, it shouldn't be. But the problem is, welterweights aren't wanting to fight each other. They're not.
They're all screaming at each other besides Spence.
They're all being fucking WWE, causing bullshit so they can avoid Spence. When the light heavyweight division are digging to get at each other.
Yep.
I have not heard one light heavyweight say, I don't think I want to fight Bivol. No. I have to be, I don't want to fight Kovalev. No. Now you have Badu Jack in the division. It's going to get nasty.
Exactly. That's going to be huge. James Lee says, thoughts on Broner versus Vargas?
Go ahead, Kelly. You take that one, buddy.
I'll go with Broner.
When they made... when they had made Broner and Figueroa, I took Broner right away because Broner was a better skilled guy. But when they said Vargas, that's a whole different ballgame. Vargas is a big welterweight. He is a big kid. Vargas is going to whip Broner's ass. I mean, Vargas throws a lot of punches. He throws a lot of punches. He has a decent chin. Yeah. Kid can fight. And I think Broner should have just took an easier fight than if he's going to mess Figueroa. Figueroa he's there to be hit. Vargas is a little bit better.
I'm going to still lean towards Broner, though, more so.
You can't say experience.
No. I think...
you fight Pacquiao, you fight anybody.
I think because of the Mikey, it'll be better for Mikey.
It make Mikey look better than
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, I guess that's the bias part of it.
Yeah, it's true.
But...
I like him too, Alicia. And April says, I'm going to get him. Well, you should get me and go to the gym, fool. She's like... She texts me and goes, I want to go to the gym. I'm going to be there. I'm coming. I'm like, all right, see you there. And you guess who didn't text back or show up?
Her. If April Kuntz was a badass and you were afraid of her, the best place for you to go to hide from her is the gym.
or a police station.
Yeah. No, she might be in there.
If you want to find April Kuntz, you hang out at the abortion clinic.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just kidding, love. I love you. I'm sorry.
Oh.
I was just joking. I know you don't have abortions, but it would be funny if you did. Do you think the weight will affect Vargas? You know what? It could. It really could. Vargas is a big guy, and 47 kicks his ass. I really think it could, and it could play into Broner's hands. You're absolutely right. And Damon says Broner's taking another L. I agree. And Damon says Dewey Cooper has done great with Vargas. I think so, too.
Gerson Ortero, what's going on, Kelly and Dominguez? Hello from Florida. Going to invite friends to your program, plus I'm going to share it in my personal page on Facebook. Thank you, guys. Good job. Good topics and good guests.
Awesome. Thank you,
Thank you. We truly appreciate that, bro.
Dave, go to the gym on Xanax. If I had a fucking nickel every time that's happened.
Right?
I had a friend in the amateurs. Well, he wasn't a friend. He was a guy in there. He's kind of a junkie that the coach would make him go to the gym. It was one of the coach's sons would make him go to the gym. He would go to the gym on LSD. He'd hit the bag on LSD and say, oh my God.
Did that shit go out of style in like 70s?
Not for those guys, you know. It's like sparks coming off the bag.
LSD will always be in there. You give me some of that shit.
Shit, PCP, LSD.
You got a plug?
What's going on, Michael?
What's up, Mike? Yeah, I mean, I think boxing's bound to have a great 2018. I really do. Now, let's get to Ortiz and Wilder.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking about that fight. Even though fucking Ortiz was beating his ass, that was a great heavyweight fight.
It really was, and we were watching that more than we were.
Yeah.
We had it on TV.
But we weren't the only ones in the media section.
All the media section had it on.
Yeah. And unfortunately, James was 2 rounds behind. Delayed.
I had the Rob Lowe cable package where it was just a little bit slower than everybody else's. So I'm watching this knockdown. Everybody's way past the knockdown. I'm like, what's going on?
They all look behind and look at us because I'm over there and they're like, Well, you guys must be way behind. So I got up and went over and watched it.
I'm like, fuck this media section.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go sit where I'm appreciated. Yeah, Omar Figueroa needed computer, all right. He needs the whole fucking cow.
Let's get into that motherfucking topic.
Well, let's save that one. Let's like fine wine. Let's do Omar.
No,
that was fine wine. See, my thing is this. I know everybody's gonna get mad, but Wilder looked like shit. He landed a bomb, but he looked like shit. He got hit.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's weird to say that it was a great fight because Wilder literally got his ass whooped the entire fight.
He did.
And I think Ortiz punched himself out, pretty much. I mean, he got rocked, legitimately got rocked the first time. But I think this last couple knockdowns were due to fucking that he was tired.
Even though he was tired, he was still landing bombs.
Like the double came and was ripping the air out of him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how tired he was.
You know, I take nothing away from Wilder. The guy has fucking lights up power. But the guy is not an elite fighter, and he's not. And him saying that he could beat Mike Tyson in his prime and Lennox Lewis, he needs to shut the fuck up. That's the most idiotic shit I've ever heard.
Yeah.
Lennox Lewis?
No, it wouldn't even been a fight.
Lennox Lewis was his height.
Steven Casper says, "What's up, guys? Great to chop it up with you." Yeah, same here.
It was great, Steven. Thank you.
No, he's not in the same league as them guys. He truly ain't. But that fight, yeah, he oh God. But it turned out to be a great fight. I think.
Yeah.
Now going into the Anthony Joshua, I still have Wilder. Now
I got Joshua, man. Joshua's just too fucking big, bro.
I think, but I think if Wilder gets past 5 rounds, 4.5 to 5 rounds, I see him winning that by stoppage.
The thing is, Joshua hits a hell of a lot harder than Ortiz, and Ortiz was stinging him. What do you think is going to happen with a guy like Joshua? A big body, guy with technique.
Ortiz is a big fucking dude too, though.
Not
he
that
weighs
big,
the same amount,
but he's not that big.
What showed me with Wilder in that ass whooping that he got in the victory of an ass whooping, he showed though that he could take a fucking punch.
Yeah.
He got experience because it's the first time somebody's really been in his ass.
Yeah.
It showed that obviously his power has been there, but it shows that he could fucking stay in there. Ortiz is a big guy. He's 244 pounds is big. You know?
It is big.
And
absolutely.
Wilder showed a lot in that though. I'm not gonna lie.
But when you're 250 and you move like you're 230 and you're fucking you have that pedigree that Joshua does.
Joshua, again, every time I've watched him, I've seen a guy totally fatigued after a flurry.
And I've seen a guy that can box his ass off. Have great fucking skills, man. That Wilder has no answer for. Wilder don't have an answer for a guy like that. I will take technique over punching power any fucking day. Any day.
I keep going with just watching a Klitschko fight though. They both look slow. Klitschko was fucking 52 years old and had a hell of a fight on his hands.
Okay, and when you fought, you weren't that old. Klitschko? Klitschko's 43 years old.
I'm just saying, but Klitschko was past his prime.
When you fought Miranda, he was known as the bigger puncher, right? He might not have hit hard, but he was known as the bigger puncher in that fight, right?
Yeah.
And he wasn't as technical as you. And at the end of the day, your technique won out the fight, right?
Uh-huh.
And he was a bigger man too, right?
We're not comparing me here.
Oh no! It all goes to reason in the court. It's the same.
My genetics are different.
What? That you had better technique, great technique, straight technique.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm trying to say. That technique will beat power any day of the week. Great technique beats speed. Great technique beats timing.
Maybe because I was just a lot more stronger and faster and better.
That's technique. That would be technique. A lot of that's technique. But the intangibles, you weren't bigger.
Didn't Miranda?
No.
Yeah, I was.
No, you weren't.
I was white and my definition didn't show up as good.
When you guys stood together, you looked like a telephone pole inside of a black shadow.
It was
huge.
My bones I got a bigger bone.
You had bigger bones, okay.
Yeah. I'm wider than he is.
And Damon, if you reverse the roles of 7 rounds,
frosty pink skin don't show up as good as black.
Simon said if you reverse the roles of 7 round, they would have stopped Ortiz then. There was a mysterious delay at the start of the 8th. Took a while to see the doctor. I don't know how.
Damn it, you might be right. But I was 2-0 again this weekend. And that goes for you too, Roger Romo. I missed one fight on being biased. Roger Romo thinks I lose every fight.
I didn't miss it.
Miss what?
I didn't miss a fight this weekend.
What fight?
I picked all my fights right. I picked all the fights right this weekend.
You did. I didn't say you didn't.
No, I know. I'm saying I did.
Who else was there? What else was the topic?
Well, it's a great topic. We're still on this shit here. I don't think Wilder. You know what? I just don't believe Wilder can beat Joshua. And let me tell you, if Joshua is smart in camp and they pull maybe 6 to 8 pounds off, it's going to be even deadlier. Wilder has no business coming in the ring at 214 again. He looked like a fucking praying mantis.
My thing is on that though with Joshua. I don't know if he can. I mean, that's just he's genetically big. I believe me, again, after the fucking Klitschko fight, I think they would have cut him off the weights, and he was still every bit as big as he was for the Klitschko.
Michael Cameron is saying that Wilder's good. Well, compared to the fighters that you promote, and he's fucking great.
We got a YouTube question.
All right.
What's going on, guys? I have a question. Well, I gotta get out. What's going on, you guys? I have a question about weight. What do you guys think about catch weights or in the amateurs? What about match bouts?
Oh, there wasn't a lot of catch weights in the amateurs.
No.
You were on weight.
Club shows.
Yeah.
Club shows. The tournaments you couldn't. You had to be on weight.
Well, club shows weren't catch weights. They fought at 35. You fought at 25. It wasn't a catch weight. It was just a fucking.
Whatever you weighed, as long as.
It was a disparaging. It was a disparage.
You put some quarters in your pockets, whatever.
They said, "Hey James, what are you weighing right now, buddy?" I said, 147. They go, "Really? Can you find a guy 165?" Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. The catch weights, though, it's kind of goes both ways on that. I mean, I think it's bad. I think you should make your weight. I truly do.
Yeah.
You sign a contract, especially after you sign a contract at that weight. But before you negotiate a fight, you guys have it a catch weight. I was victim to it, but again, I won a world title, and that was a stipulation in Jermaine Taylor's contract for the rematch clause. But at the same time, catch weights also lead to big fights that fans want to see too, and it makes it easier for those big fights to happen.
Michael Cameron, you need to be shot right now for fucking even comparing Wilder to Corrales. He just compared fucking to the heart, and Wilder compared to the height.
He's fucking one of Jason Bailey's buddies. What do you expect?
He said Castillo was kicking Corrales' ass too. Yeah, but
not that bad though.
Not he dropped him, but fuck, Corrales had more heart than probably anybody in the sport other than Arturo Gatti.
I used to think Wilder beats Joshua based on him being much more active than Joshua typically is. After Ortiz fight, I think Joshua beats Wilder. Wilder was so cautious and afraid of being countered. But Jake, I'm going back on it, but he showed a lot in that fight
Jake,
too. Jake,
you are right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
I just had to say.
Right. Wait, fuck it. He did. He showed it though. But I mean, it turned around and he knocked out Ortiz.
But didn't Joshua show the same heart against?
He did. He couldn't breathe, but he did. And Klitschko couldn't breathe either.
Well, fuck. It's not hard for Wilder to breathe. He's all lungs. He looks like a fucking praying mantis.
Fucking dick.
He's like, I was waiting for his wife to go and chew his fucking head off. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
Have sex and chew his head off. We don't have Wilder anymore. His wife chewed his head off after mating. Big ass black praying fucking mantis.
I don't know. Let's watch the fucking fight if it happens.
I'm so sick of this shit. I'm about to fucking move to a monastery in Tibet. Fuck all this shit.
You gotta be silent in those things.
What's that?
Tell us about it, Justin.
Be quiet.
Why?
I don't think James could do it.
Well, it would be much of a show if we were quiet.
You're too social.
It wouldn't be much of a show. I was
The
quiet.
best time for James to go is when he gets fucking back in Facebook, Joe.
If I go back to Facebook, Joe, and I'm getting off Facebook permanently, I already said that. Fuck.
Michael Cameron says, compared. David said Ortiz was kicking his ass. I'm saying he won. That's all. It's just like Corrales. What does losing until you win mean?
What we're saying is Ortiz was a better fighter. He got caught. And the same with Joshua. Joshua was a better fighter than Wilder. Anybody that can say this technique is just as good as Joshua's needs that fucking that boxing tutorial 101 that only Orlando Carr can give you.
Imagine if Golovkin pissed hot.
Oh, everybody go fucking crazy right now. It would be on. But there was a question for you, Kelly, I wanted to get to.
I bet you if they fucking really checked his ass,
it said Prime Pavlik versus Prime Triple G. Who stops who first?
Me. I've already proved he ain't gonna hurt me. Granite chin. God, what's that thing? What was that thing Danny McBride said?
When you got a mind like a scientist,
Yeah.
a penis like a boa constrictor, and an arm like a fucking cannon.
That's all you got. That's all I got to say about that. Can we get that up on the black screen?
What do you want, Danny McBride?
Yeah, and that statement. You can find that too.
No, I mean, look. I think, like I said, this we can argue this all day and night, and you know. And Stephen asked, "What do you think of Bivol?" I thought Bivol was amazing. We already said that. Bivol is probably the cream of the crop of the division.
And that was a fight where a lot of people, I would say almost half,
had Barrera winning that.
Had Barrera winning that fight. Matter of fact, a kid that we went up in the stands.
Crazy eyes.
Yeah, Craig. Fucking
Crazy eyes.
I'm not even going to finish on it.
Okay, go ahead.
Not now.
Crazy eyes. Tell the fucking story, Kelly.
No, not now.
Why?
Because
I'll give you an auto injector if you tell the story.
I'll get it from
Roger. Come on, tell the story about Crazy.
Oh, there we go. Who does more cocaine, Quadras or Michael Cameron?
It's a tie.
It's a close one.
It's a tie. But Quadras does because he actually makes weight.
Bivol's not losing for a long time.
I don't know, Mike. There's some fucking there's some world beaters in that, bro. Look at Beateroff and fucking Vostik. Vostik's some fucking monster. That's a WBO champ.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to bet any money on that.
Okay, but no, everybody keeps saying Eddie. I agree. Ortiz was beating him and got caught. He should have held on once he got hurt like Wilder did. Okay, but going back on that real quick. Ortiz got tired, though, and Wilder got him into the later rounds. Wilder showed that he's in good shape to go that distance, and Ortiz got more tired quicker, and was gassed out and got legitimately hurt by Wilder the first knockdown, and then was totally fucking gassed out and had nothing left and got stopped. Now, I see the point of that he was winning the fight, but also that's when they say take him to deep waters. Mm-hmm. I don't think that was Wilder's plan in that fight, but it happened, and Wilder showed that he could do that later in the fight, in a big-time fight. He took big shots from a big guy who could hit, who can supposedly hit, and he survived it. He held on, and he was in more condition to knock out Ortiz.
Yeah.
So it wasn't so much a lucky punch. He was the round before the fight was over. He dropped Ortiz, and then he continued the onslaught in the last round of the fight.
Bobby Gordon said, "Gatsy, let's go to crickets and hear one of Kelly's excuses."
Oh, motherfucker! We're on our way home from New York.
Yeah.
After a long weekend.
Yep. It was a 14-hour drive.
Still love you guys, and even if I wasn't on my way to my gym, I probably would have said that because I was tired. I don't know how they have Wilder up on the scorecards.
No. Yeah, that was a judge. You know what that was? I told you before the fight started. I told you. I said, Kelly, no matter how this fight turns out, Ortiz is not winning this fucking fight.
No.
I said, the judges will not give that because the money's in Joshua.
I think everybody, as much as people want to see Wilder, though, I think more so people think Joshua. I'm the only one here that's really saying I think Wilder wins that fight. I think everybody thinks. I think Joshua. A lot of people think that could still have been a big fight between Ortiz and Joshua too.
A lot of people are saying Ifkar says Ortiz is 76. There's no surprise he's going to gas. Exactly. That dude's fucking old. What did I tell you in the fight when somebody said?
He did.
Listen, one of the reporters said.
I'm just going out here to say this. I'm not a Wilder fan. I'm not. A lot of reasons, but I think that he could go strong a lot more rounds than any other heavyweights. I think his punching power is good. And again, Anthony Joshua, yes, he's better technically sound. He's a better technical sound fighter, but he gasses after one big flurry. And almost every fight he has, he gets so armed where he can't pick his arms up. And if he does that against Wilder, it's Coitens.
Yeah.
It is. It's Coitens. He gets tired, it's over.
I'm actually putting in a fighter that we talked to this week, and I'm trying to remember what his name is. That's really hard name to say.
Who?
Fozzy.
What do you say?
I want to bring up Fozzy real quick on the Olympics.
Oh yeah.
About a fighter, you know.
What do you guys know about Tug?
Fozline. Oh yeah, and Jake said it wasn't a lucky punch. Wilder has a legit eraser. He did. He hurt him, and there was no doubt about it. He hurt him, and he does have good power. But like I said, it's everything else that he's lacking. It's not the power. It's his balance, his technique, the way he punches. It's everything else. And like I say, good power's an equalizer. It really is. But why the hell would AJ fights be in the States? Well, they don't make any money in the States. They're going to be in England. Let's argue Ortiz age like a barber coming to America. Hey, one of the reporters was talking about...
I've been blessed with many things in this life.
An
arm like a damn rocket,
being
a
really
cock
hot.
like a
Remember
Burmese
that?
python,
That's
the
not a
mind of
growing
a fucking
protector. Those are
scientist.
adult diapers.
What's that?
Those are fucking adult diapers with his initials on them so you don't forget they're his.
Depends.
Get back into life.
Go back to the corner. Am I winning this fight? Oh, it depends.
It depends. Is Ortiz going to win? It depends.
Yeah, it depends.
But while we're on the subject of boxing, guys, me and Kelly ran into the gold medalist from Uzbekistan that just signed with Aegis. This kid is fucking good. He's a welterweight, right? 3-0. Ah, look at that, Kenny. Where'd he go?
You gotta get the slogan up.
If you guys get a chance, look up Fazladin Gabi Nazarov, Gaibnazarof. He was the Olympic gold medalist at welterweight in
great fight with Lomachenko.
Yeah, in 2016 he won the gold medal.
Yeah,
he was a really great fight. Lomachenko. He gave Lomachenko everything he could handle in the amateurs twice.
2012, right?
2012 and 16. And so, keep an eye on this kid. This kid's as advertised.
It's Gar Ahmed. Where does Ortiz go from here? Nursing home.
To go live with Jesus.
That's where it is. Oh, fuck.
He's going to go meet the real champ, Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus. Jeez.
I have to, man. I got games I got to get tonight. But no, I mean, what a fight weekend. You know, just all together. I love being at the fights. I like talking to everybody, meeting everybody, and I like New York. I think we killed our eating plans. We fucked our eating plans all up in New York.
I fucking threw mine right out.
Bro, 40 ounces of steak and tuna and Caesar salads. And
so we go to a place where I went in 2008. Me and my dad, actually, Angelo's Pizza. And it's one of the only few places left that has the coal oven where they cook the pizzas with coal. And because it was grandfathered in. And we went there, and not only was the fucking pizza phenomenal, and calamari, and I kind of consider that cheating. But I got a pop with it, which is fucking just brutal. The pop right there alone was fucking, that was Coyton's. And then
it was fucking delicious.
And then the waitress was walking to somebody else's table with this fucking delicious, beautiful piece of cheesecake.
Homemade cheesecake.
Oh yeah, homemade cheesecake that caught my eyes, and not only did it catch my eyes, but it was every bit as good as it looked.
It was.
And I ordered that.
Absolutely. It was delicious.
So.
And Michael said, "Have you seen that heavyweight from Romania?" I'm not sure. I don't know. Maybe if I knew the name, I'd probably know him. There's a few of them out of Romania right now. I like to see Bivol Marcus Brown. Steven, I don't think Marcus Brown has a shot in that. You know what I mean? I really don't. I think what we're seeing is a whole new level of fighter nowadays coming out of these camps.
Yeah.
And to have and it wasn't what impressed me most about Bivol was that ability to have that same knockout power in the 12th that he had in the first. He can knock you out anytime he wants, which is a rare thing.
Yeah. And I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting after the 10th round, that championship rounds, I was expecting to go the distance. But I was, when that round came out, Bivol came out hard at the beginning of that last round.
Yeah.
With something like, in my head, I'm thinking, dude, fucking just go in there and win it. You know, your head on the scorecards.
Yeah.
And he fucking came out that 12th round like it was the 3rd round. You know.
I agree. And they said, who do you think Fury's signing with? I wouldn't even know. Don't be surprised if it's not Dana White. He's going around trying to sign everybody right now.
I got another question.
Okay, go ahead.
Another YouTube question from Stephen Connor. I think if people want to base Joshua's ability to beat Wilder off of technique, it's inaccurate. Isn't Ortiz a more technical fighter than Joshua? But who knows boxing math doesn't work? I thought so. Again, I'm just not that impressed with. I don't see what's so great about Joshua.
I don't think Ortiz is a better technical fighter. I think at one time he was. I think maybe 10 years ago he was. But the guy's 47 fucking years old. I don't think.
We don't know the true age of Ortiz.
He's using Dominican Little League age, okay? They say he's 41. We know he's 47. He could be as high as 65. He's somewhere in that fucking... remember the Little League when they had the Dominican kids and they're smoking cigarettes and they're like 11 years old?
They're fucking driving to the game.
They're driving.
Low riders.
They had their whole family in the back. They had their kids in the back seat.
Fucking pack of Redmond big league plug.
Fucking mustaches. They had mustaches when they played. They looked like Fernando Valenzuela coming out on the mound.
With the Cuban auto injectors.
There's your Kenny Powers.
Let's talk about Jamal Charlo. Let's talk about Charlo brothers.
Okay, yes, let's do that.
When people asked me and Kelly,
that's my answer to why I could beat Triple G.
When we were asked why we didn't want to go to the Wilder Ortiz show, we said it as a joke, but I didn't know the Charlo brothers were going to turn me and Kelly into fucking prophets.
Hi, Roger. Thank God you're on now.
I didn't know they were going to turn us into prophets. You know what I mean? They said, why don't you want to go to that fight? I said, first of all, our brother is working the Kovalev corner, so we got to be there for that. And second of all, every time we go where the Charlos are at, they start some stupid fucking shit and cause a riot.
Yeah.
Would you know? Sure enough, the motherfuckers caused some stupid shit and caused a fucking riot almost.
Danny Jacobs kind of instigated that one.
How? He walked past it.
From what I'm hearing. Okay, just from what I'm hearing. That's why. Now maybe you'll know more than I do.
I don't know. I don't know anything else.
Supposedly he said something to Charlo or called it. Said that hey, you were talking shit.
And they were.
And confronted Charlo on it.
And they were.
And yeah. And then, but that's all you needed to fucking do with the Charlos to spike the fucking. Spark a wildfire in a fucking area.
It was funny that Danny Jacobs punked him. He straight punked Jamal Charlo. And the only time Jamal got loud is when his boys and Jamel came in. Then he wanted to get loud again.
You know, here's the thing. I tried, and James, you could testify to this.
Yeah.
I tried defending
yes, you have.
them a little bit, saying
they're young.
They're young, and who the entourage is a big part of it. But now it's just kind of like, fuck them. Like it is like if you're a promoter, don't let them go to a fight unless they're fighting.
I mean, it's sad, but we've been to 3 events. And all 3 events they started some shit.
Exactly. Like why do you keep inviting them to the fights? Like have them just be like, listen, you're staying home. You got a fight coming up. If you want to come to a boxing match, come to yours. You know what I mean? Like
you know the funny thing is when the Charlos left, they left with tails between their legs like fucking whipped dogs. You know why? It hit those motherfuckers in the head that they're in New York City. Danny Jacobs is from Brooklyn. And they're in his neighborhood, and all these motherfuckers hear what's going on. They're going to kill those 2 motherfuckers. Yeah. They took their Texas asses and ran out of there. Then they go to the club and get they get into a fight in the club. And then they get robbed for $140,000. I say good riddance. Fuck them. Yeah. Fuck them. They should have took everything.
David, we're going to get to that part. That's later on in the later segment of the show.
But Damon, you're right.
Eddie says I look like Pitbull.
Dave,
is that a compliment?
What's that?
So good, Pitbull.
Yeah, you do. It's the rapper Pitbull.
I know who.
Not the dog that lives under people's beds and bites the mailman.
The one that attacked the fucking dog just yesterday. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah, a dog in the area around here somewhere got killed.
You know what, Lawrence? They aren't the Diaz brothers because the Diaz brothers have backed every fucking thing they set up.
Yeah.
If the Diaz brothers are in the locker room and they say they're going to whoop your ass, you're going to get your fucking ass whooped.
And the Diaz brothers still ain't as bad, though. I mean, the Diaz brothers are at more events and shit like that.
And the Diaz brothers are actually nice people to be around. I mean, I've been around both of them. They're actually nice people. The Charlos are dicks to everybody. And it doesn't sell. Who? Boxing fans and UFC fans are totally different. It does not sell. People don't like, for the most part, real boxing fans don't like that ignorant ass shit.
It's tiring. I mean, it's just it's sickening anymore.
If you want to see a fucking ghetto ass street fight, go to the fucking club on the weekends. Don't fuck around here. And they do. And and I think that they walk around with that chip on their shoulder and anger that everybody's against them. Everybody's against you because you guys are fucking assholes.
Hey.
That's simple math. How's that for math for your fucking ass?
Hey, you guys want to see something? Wait till the next fight we go to when they're there. They're going to be up in James's ass.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
We could broadcast that live.
Then I am going to have to come out of retirement.
Think I won't throw punches back.
Dude, you have ratings through the roof.
Ratings.
Yeah, I would come back out of.
I'm not saying I would take an L. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying those motherfuckers would have a fight on their hands.
Hey, then I would be coming out of retirement.
You would have to come out of retirement.
Oh, that'd be fucking great too. What a way. Fuck it.
Me and Kelly brought with the Charles. And then we got Roger there. And we got...
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be on.
I'll stand back and bail you guys out.
We'll call you. Yeah, I don't know you motherfuckers.
Fucking Bobby Gordon.
He knows damn well he's not going to bail us out. He never answers his fucking phone.
Yeah, no.
How are you going to bail us out?
I'll be there with you.
Guys, it's Saturday. It's my day off.
So, guys, I'm having family time, but we're in jail. Call me Monday.
Judge will be on Tuesday.
Yeah. I'll put something on the show.
Start a GoFundMe for us being in jail.
No, you'll find a way to start that.
Hey, David, I would put these fucking paws on Paul Williams. I don't give a fuck. I'd put them on him.
Jesus, that again?
They just said that. I want to fight Paul Williams. I just said I'd put these paws on him. These hands are rated E for everybody. Bobby, I can't come out of retirement, bro. I'm too fucking fat. I'm talking to Kelly. I'm sorry. Why do we still talk about Tyson Fury? He hasn't fought. Yes, he has, Casper.
No, Bobby Gordon. I already told you this. Not coming out of retirement.
Steven, he hasn't fought in 2 years. Tyson Fury's fought the scale.
You want to talk about
a funny?
You want to talk about a funny built motherfucker, man? Yeah. Tyson Fury, dude. That dude. Jeez.
Tyson Fury has fought the same scale every day for 2 years. Don't tell me that motherfucker's not fighting.
That shit says he gets on his scale. It says to be continued.
Fuck that motherfucker's fighting type 2 diabetes every day, isn't he?
Yeah. Or it says one at a time, please.
Paul was so scared of Canelo that he wrecked his motorcycle.
No, that was actually nice. I thought he was going to say you wrecked your wheelchair.
You savage motherfucker. Somebody just won the internet of the day.
Dude, you guys are fucking brutal.
Bro.
Listen, for the record, I am not even in this shit.
No, you like Paul. I like Paul, but I was just upset about him saying that you ducked him. That was it. And
yeah, you could. Yeah, look how hard you're laughing at that joke.
Michael Cameron says, that's fucked up. Paul's a good guy. Mike, you don't have to impress him, but you can't sign him. Michael's still, that fucking bootleg ass hustler's trying to sign Paul Williams in the wheelchair. Bro, we can get you a fight against Adrian Broner. You guys are about the same height.
We'll just need 8 months training camp.
We can get you the same height. That janky ass motherfucker's trying to get a fight against him and Chocolatito because they're the same size.
James Lee, Fury's getting in shape. He's out sparring. Lucas Brown.
That's good. No, you know what? I think a box needs a guy like Fury because for a big guy, he is actually fucking skilled. He has great technique, great boxing skills.
He's awkward. That's his own style. He's really awkward.
He's good, and I was actually taken aback by him.
Look, you even got Steve because of that joke. You guys even got Steven Casper running. Have a good show, fellas. See, he's like, fuck this.
Steven's like, I'm out. Fuck this.
I'm out of this shit.
And he's one.
I'm about to do the same thing. I'm about to go take a power nap. Until the fun segment at the end of the show.
I'm like, you savage motherfuckers, man. No, but really, back to the Charlos. What did your grandma used to say in Italian that I love the word so much? What did she say?
Chooch?
No, not chooch. Shit don't stink until you stir it, right?
Oh yeah, shit don't stink until you stir it.
It's the absolute truth. Oh man.
Tyson was so skilled he could hit himself. You know what, Mike? That's true, Joe. I think I've seen him throw a couple of those.
It is. And Joey, we talked about earlier. Kelly has Broner in that fight, and I got Vargas.
Oh. All right, we got to be nice. This is a YouTube question.
Okay.
Isn't Paul Williams the same height as James, even in a wheelchair?
Pretty much, yes.
Oh, he was 6'2".
I'm 5'10", if you want to know. So yeah, he might be close. And if his wheelchair is jacked up,
they've got those good ones down there. They got those awesome.
did you tell Stephen Connor his girlfriend don't mind my height? We're all the same height vertically.
Hey, Steven's a good watcher. It'd be nice to see him.
Hey, you want to throw some shade? We throw some shade at this motherfucker. We can all be talking shit.
Nothing against you. He's just saying the other guy's taller.
Yeah, he's 6'2". I'm a solid 5'10". Maybe 5'9". We'll just throw that in. Yeah.
Depending on what convenience store you're leaving.
Hey, I'm Mexican, so all convenience stores have me that way.
I stole that from Ron White.
Jeremy, what's up, brother? He had a good show yesterday on this whole Canelo thing. Really good show. I came on, and Damon said Roger Rome may have the scariest stable in boxing. I would too if I had the injector too.
Wait, who said that?
Damon he has the scariest stable in boxing. I agree. Roger, Aegis and Roger and Cecilio have the best stable in boxing right now. Ifgar, take care. I'll see you soon, Ifgar. Thank you. Cameron said, Errol Spence made Algeria Jacobs' little girl. He did. Did you see that? Algeria actually became Danny Jacobs' cook.
Did he? Chris
Algeria is Danny Jacobs' chef.
Wow.
Bro, how bad of an ass whooping did Errol Spence put on you?
That you have to
become a chef for somebody else. He's like, no, I don't want to fight. I'll just cook. Would you like
dude, if you like cooking, man, save yourself the fucking pain. Just go get a job at a fucking local restaurant.
David's calling us junior detectives.
Who?
David's calling us junior detectives. Nancy Drews. When we were going through Roger's bag at the hotel.
Hey, you're curious.
We were curious what was in the Swiss Army bag.
Rick Suitors. What's up, Kelly? Big fan via Newcastle, PA. Do you ever consider training cage fighters on the boxing aspect of their stand-up game? Actually, James has done that with a handful of really good MMA fighters. I am going to be eventually here, sooner than later, opening up a gym, and if they come to the gym, I will train them myself also. But as of right now, no, not at all.
James Lee wants to know what our thoughts of Josh Kelly. Do you know Josh Kelly?
Are you talking about Joshua?
No, the British kid.
No, I don't know.
I will tell you what I think.
I don't know much.
I think Josh Kelly has skills. James, I just think he's too early in his career. And I think the better he gets, the more or less he's going to be able to fight the way he is right now. He uses that defense, and it's kind of a white Roy Jones clone. When you fight a guy, when he moves up in class, he's not going to be able to do those things anymore. So he's going to have to start tightening up. But the kid, for right now, I can see is the real deal. He's skilled. I have nothing but love for the guy. That triple jab is amazing.
Yeah.
Chris has a massive nutrition, though. He's kind of fun. And you're right, Christopher, he's right. I just made the joke because how bad of an ass whooping is Spence put on you to change your career into being a chef right away? You know what I mean?
For a fighter, like I said, I'll go do it for like Mario Batali or something. Go be a sous chef.
Chris Jacobs is a goon. He has Chris buying his groceries and cooking. I bet he has Algeria paying his own money for the groceries too.
I got this, Danny.
He's like, Chris, I need you to go to the store. Can I get you? No, you go ahead and buy it. I'll get you later.
Okay. All right, Danny. What do you want? I want steak, fillet of fish, sushi,
lobster,
caviar. Make me some caviar, bitch.
Now, how bad of a bad motherfucker are you when you send the former world champion to the neighborhood store for everyone else? Hey, go to the store. All right, I'm going to the store.
Julie Cuevas. Yeah, I have considered it, but we still got time. I'm only 35. Maybe when I'm 40, I'll write one. Who knows?
Kelly's learning to write, so it's going to take a few years. So he'll be 50 by the time he gets done.
We started on it at 32, and I'm just getting past the cover of the book.
I was born in Youngstown.
Hooked on Phoenix didn't work for me.
I have shitty fucking friends. Chapter 1. I have shitty friends, but I attract a lot of fine tail. Chapter 2. Why does all your chapters say you have shitty friends in there?
I don't know.
Chapter 10. My friends all suck ass.
But the benefits.
Chapter 11, do not buy BB guns.
Yeah. Chapter 12, no four-wheeler.
Chapter 14, no four-wheeler. Chapter 16, do not ride in taxi cabs.
Yeah. That shit is actually funny. You get
Oh my God.
that shit.
Mike Downey said, I'm just glad they let Algeria out of his cage so he could cook dinner. Remember when Tim Lane was going to let him out of the cage? And when he did that, Matt, he popped it out, fucking put him back in it. Kelly's going to become a single mom from Everest.
Dicks.
Hey, don't talk about that little red bone in that commercial. She quit doing weed and got her degree in 3 months, bro. Eric Kelly is a funny cat, too. I was waiting for him to post about the altercation. Well, Eric Kelly only seen it from bird's eye view. He didn't see it from both. He didn't see it from both sides. He only saw it from one side.
You saw it, Jimmy.
Hey, you didn't get that, did you? I said Eric Kelly only saw the argument from one side, not from both sides. He only has one eye. Eric Kelly's good people. And that's one of my biggest concerns about the Charlos was having some ghetto ass like Eric Kelly who will throw punches. You know what I mean? You remember Eric in the amateurs?
Yeah.
Eric Kelly was a monster.
You guys are just fucking brutal.
Chapter 42, get drunk. No, Lawrence, no drinking for us. This is water, buddy.
674. Not bad considering Wilder played across town. Wilder fought at Barkley, but I know where you're going, Steve.
Yeah, the fight, Ortiz did well. Kelly's going to get brazen.
I don't know if that's about...
Kelly's going to get brazen degree and start dating his teacher.
You know a good weave store?
He's going to trade his Mercedes in for a fucking Impala, for a 2002 Impala.
No, well, I'm going all out. Get the 612.
Or get you a G6, get you a Pontiac G6 like a single mom. One with 3 hubcaps and the front one missing.
No, that would be the, it should be Malibu.
Kelly, we're getting Kelly a Malibu, a G6, or an Impala. Which single mother car should we get?
Oh, no, if I'm going to be a single mother, though, I really want to be the champion one with, like, 4 kids in the minivan. Okay? The Astro van.
Julian Johnson, anyone else mention how funny the Canelo Carne Asada Tecate commercial is now? Bro, this show is supposed to be serious, and we are going fucking comedy on this show.
It is serious.
Bobby Gordon, yeah, he is. I think he still is. I'm not sure, man.
If AJ, do you think Wilder will be in the USA?
Fuck it, Dave. I'll go back, man. I'll even get the fucking Ford Pinto back in action.
Yeah, Pinto.
Yeah.
I'll get you a fucking...
I bet you if we were old enough when the Pintos were big, that's what fucking single moms drove. White trash single moms.
Yeah. I think you'll see Wilder.
Or Chevette.
I think you'll see Wilder and AJ in the UK though. I don't think you'll see that American. But all right, guys. On a serious note, let's talk about this Canelo. Let's talk about this Canelo meat issue. Why?
Who wants to talk?
Okay, put him on the show. We have Roger Romo, one of Kovalev's trainers. He's a corner manning Kovalev's trainer.
Hello.
Yo.
What are you doing?
Hey, man, I'm just getting a break. I'm going to go back to the gym in a bit, but I wanted to touch down on that whole Canelo issue. What do you guys think about that?
I don't know.
We don't know yet.
We're kind of getting ready to talk about it, and you called.
Okay, well, you want to know what I think?
We know you hate Canelo, so let's hear it.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm but I'm going to be flat out honest on what it is. You can call it tainted meat, but why in the fuck are they going to give cows clenbuterol? Clenbuterol is something that they give to asthmatics who have breathing problems or to help with their breathing. That's a thing they use for stamina. And what does this redhead bastard always do? He always runs out of fucking wind in the pipe. So I totally believe he was on that bullshit.
Oh yeah, but it is also for cutting weight.
It is for cutting weight.
Well, it's both. It's for both. It just depends on how you use it.
Because Roger, I wasn't allowed to use it for the Hopkins fight when I had bronchitis. Not that, but the inhaler. You take when you have bronchitis or asthma, and they wouldn't let me use it because that was in it.
Right. Well, the thing was, I mean, I've actually, you guys know Ralphie baby got on that stuff to trim down one time. He's like, here, Nino, try it. I tried it. I felt like I was on freaking liquid crack. I was like, what is this shit? Never again. I never wanted to try that thing again. So I totally believe it. It's not to get jacked, but I do think it was to improve his stamina. I don't think that kid has asthma.
Well,
he does go into camp 190 too, though.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, I think it was for both, honestly. I mean, what are they doing? They're giving cows stuff to lose weight? I don't think so.
Well, to make it lean meat.
Make the meat lean.
They're saying.
Yeah, man. So they got cows lifting weights now, or what the fuck are they doing?
Hey, Roger's been hanging out with Kovalev too long. He's angry as fuck today, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what?
Against the lockers. You gotta keep your composure.
It was crazy helping warm him up and all that shit. This dude, when I caught the mitts for him, this dude hits like a fucking mule. And then he told me, he was like, they didn't show it in the arena, but then he goes, put your hands up and I'm gonna just swing at you. I put a high defense. I'm gonna just swing at your arms, and I was just like, what? Dude started swinging at my arms, bro. I'm like, I got bruises on my shoulders right now.
Vergil.
All right, hey Roger, homie, we got to answer this.
We're gonna call you right back.
Call me back, bro.
All right.
You are on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. How are you doing?
What's up?
What's up? Who are we speaking with? Vergil?
Yeah, Vergil.
Everybody, this is on the show. This is Vergil Ortiz, the new the new NABF junior welterweight champion.
Super lightweight.
Super lightweight. Hey, we just wanted to tell you, great job on the fight, and we appreciate you coming on.
How you doing, Vergil?
Thanks for having me.
Congratulations.
How you doing, Kelly?
Doing good. Congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
It's great seeing you again, man. I mean, hearing from you. We haven't saw you since your fight at the Canelo fight last year.
Oh yeah, it's been a while.
How have things changed for you? How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, I'm back in my hometown right now. I'm already training again, for my next fight. Whenever they want me to fight, I always stay ready.
Awesome, man.
We were real. I know I was impressed with your composure and your power in your last fight.
Thank you.
I mean, we're really proud of you. We went on the show and we talk about you every episode. We say, hey, Vergil Ortiz is the truth. He's going to be a star.
Yeah, Vergil, I got to come out and admit to this, man. I've never seen somebody throw power punches so hard to the body. Usually when you throw it hard to the body, the other guy's got time to put his elbow down or, roll with it. I'd never seen somebody throw it that hard and land it clean. Yeah. I was like, fuck. Good shit,
Thank
though.
you.
Hey, we heard a rumor about you. Maybe you can tell it's true. At one of your last fights, they said the commission took your hand wraps and inspected them. Is that true?
Yeah, they did.
They wanted to make sure that you weren't hitting them with lead or a shotgun shell?
Yeah, it was in Mexico, too. You would think that they wouldn't care, but they're like, oh, we better check his hand wraps. And they got them, and, they didn't find anything, obviously.
Yeah. Damn.
So, what's going on next? What fights what's being planned? Do you know anything that you can talk about right now?
Honestly, I don't even have anything to talk about. Like, I have no idea what I'm going to fight. That's why I say, I'm just staying ready. If they want me to fight next week, I'll fight next week if they want me to.
Yeah. Well, you're always in shape and ready. According to your dad says you're always in shape.
Oh, yeah.
And, your dad's a good friend of mine. I enjoy talking to him. He's just a good dude, Me and Kelly both do, so.
Yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, he's so high, by the way.
Yeah. Tell, how many amateur fights did you have?
I had 170 amateur fights.
Wow.
Jesus.
And how many national championships did you have?
7.
And you turned pro at 17, right?
18.
18.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Wow, that is. Have you had any trouble with any meat in Mexico?
No.
I'm just joking with you. I'm just messing with
Vergil,
you. Don't answer that.
order your steak from Canada.
Excuse me?
Order your steaks from Canada.
My steaks from Canada.
Steaks. The red meat steak.
Oh, I don't know.
That's it.
You have a question, Vergil, from Damon Martinez. He's also one of the assistants on the show. He said, "What keeps you so calm in there like a vet? It's rare. What things keep you so calm in the ring where you don't get excited?"
I think it's just, my experience. I had 170 amateur fights, so really fighting for me is like breathing, I don't really got to think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
I want to go off, a question. When you're in training camp, you know you got power, okay? And you know that you got the boxing ability. What is some of the things, though, that you mainly focus on when you're in training camp, Vergil? Is it like, since you know you already got that all in the bag and you still got to fine tune it, everybody has to every training camp, but do you focus more on using that towards the opponent, or do you focus more on the opponent's strengths and what he may use against you? I know the answer probably, but for the boxing fans, can you elaborate on what you do?
Yeah. I focus on all of that. Mostly, especially like the last few weeks of training camp, we look at how my opponent fights, what his strengths are, and what his weaknesses are, and we try to, how I can, get through all that stuff and, put an end to it if I can, see how early if I can, we think everything out.
Yeah.
So we're prepared for a fight.
Yeah, because some guys, the reason why I was asking is, some guys, they're not big power punchers, and they kind of got to figure a way how they're going to box for 10, 12, 8 rounds, whatever the fight's scheduled, stay away from onslaughts of power shots. And, so I thought that would have been interesting for the fans to hear.
Yeah, well, yeah. When are you looking at a move to welterweight anytime soon, or are you kind of content where you're at right now?
I'll stay where I'm at right now. I say maybe like 4 more years. I'll try my best to stay at this weight as long as possible. I want at least a couple world championships before I move up.
I think that's going to happen pretty soon.
Yeah.
Who would you want to fight if you could make that fight? Who are some of the people that you'd want to fight?
Honestly, I don't even know who has the belts, to be honest, because Crawford just moved up.
You don't even give a fuck, do you? You just want to fight him.
Yeah, I'll fight anybody, honestly.
We'll fight you anywhere from featherweight to heavyweight. Vergil don't care.
Yeah. Virgil's a big fan of catch weights.
Virgil's going to fight somebody at 68. He don't care. But like I said, we are so honored to have you on today, and you are definitely one of my favorite fighters. And
definitely mine too.
Kelly's too. We haven't missed one fight of yours in the past 4 fights. We haven't missed one fight yet. So
honestly, Vergil, the way you come to a fight and how you perform in there and everything about it. I mean, and I'm not just saying this at all because you're on the phone or, we've met you and you guys are awesome. But just when you come to fight, dude, it is exciting and it's great for the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
And it's great for the fans. And I just want to tell you, keep doing what you're doing. And I see nothing but great things coming, lying ahead for you, man.
And make sure your dad send us our shirts. We've been waiting for like a month.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'll tell him.
Yeah, we're going to have to find a way to squeeze it out of him.
Yeah, he said he hasn't. You have a question from Mike Elliott. He wants to know, what weight do you walk around at, Vergil?
I walk around like 155, I don't stay too heavy. Like, most fighters will be like 30 pounds heavy, like, well, that's too much for me.
Well,
good, like 14, 15 good for me.
Wow, what people don't realize is that you're tall for your weight, too. You're about 5'9", right?
Yeah, I'm almost 5'10", pretty much, basically.
A lot like, you remind me of the body shape and the type of like Oscar De La Hoya.
Yeah.
By the way you fight and the height and the way your body was shaped, you shaped a lot like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think actually you were more patient than Oscar. I actually think he was more patient. Yeah. Oscar was not a body puncher in his career. He was.
And Oscar had good pop, but I think Vergil definitely got more power.
Oh, I agree. But I also think that Oscar was not a body puncher early in his career like Vergil was either.
No.
And also it said, David said he enjoys watching you. This is his exact words. By the way, I thoroughly enjoy watching you fuck up cats the way you do. I think you're the goods. Who out there intimidates you for a future showdown, or does anyone intimidate you or bother you at all?
No one intimidates me at all. I don't care if they have speed. I don't care if they're the hardest hitter in the world. I'll find a way to break you down, and I'll find a way to win.
That makes sense. David wants to know, what what the favorite sound of pain your opponents make? Do you like it when they grunt or they can't breathe?
Oh man, I like when I land a body shot and they just go. That's how you know they hurt them, you know.
Yeah, when they squeal.
Yeah, that is the best.
Yeah.
I love hearing a.
That's a good sign.
That just means they just basted your ribs with that dry rub, wasn't it? It's that dry rub rib baster.
Yep.
That Sweet Baby Ray's based.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, like I said, it's just amazing having you on the show, and we would love to have you back anytime we could. You know, we didn't want to put you on the spot too much over some of the situations going on. We just wanted to get to know you and talk to you and get everyone to know you, you know?
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Hey, Vergil, we'll have you back on, bro, and thanks for coming on and taking the time, man.
And we know you have things to do.
Appreciate you, little man. Truly do.
All right, thank you.
And
thank you, guys.
And tell your dad, Vergil Sr., thank you. We appreciate it. And tell Golden Boy, thank you for making this interview happen. So we appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, my man.
Bye.
All right, bye.
That was Vergil Ortiz, guys, the new titleist for 140 with only 9 pro fights and 9 knockouts.
I'll tell you what, not saying it, but I just his last fight, man, that's a treat to watch. The kid can hit. He can hit.
He can hit. And with our next guest too, Ryan Garcia, he's another one that can fucking crack.
Yeah.
And he's fast. He might have the fastest hands in the sport right now. Ryan Garcia might.
Well, Amir Khan's still fighting, but...
Well, he might be faster than Amir Khan.
I think, you know, he can fight. Are we going to hop on what we're talking about?
With the thing? Let's go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to get into the whole... until we hear from Ryan, we're going to go get into the whole Canelo thing, and we're going to have an argument here in a minute. I can see that happening.
No, we're not.
We're going to argue.
Because, to me, it's... There's a lot of shit going on about it, all right?
Yeah.
And I'm not saying, I don't think that it's hard for me right now because it could have accidentally happened. And then on the other side of it, there's a lot of shit that's fishy about it.
Yeah.
The kid makes $20 million fucking dollars a fight, or $15 million, or even $10 million.
Yeah.
He has probably one of the best dietitians or nutritionists in the sport.
His mother.
Everybody, you know, yeah. Well, she's been doing it. Everybody's been where he has money to get the best. How many people have already been caught doing this? So they already know what the food's like in Mexico. He goes into camp at 190. It's I don't know. There's a lot of fishy shit about it.
Well, I will say this. I will tell a little story, a factual story. I was fighting on the Army team back in 2001.
Mm-hmm.
I got married. And I went to Mexico for 2 weeks for my honeymoon. And I was fighting on the Army, like I said. Well, I was in Mexico for 2 weeks, and I ate on the economy because that's where we ate. We didn't stay in a resort. We stayed in town. When I came back, the first thing that the Army does when you're gone for a long time is take a piss test. Or, you know, what the Army does, they give you it's called a 5-panel drug test. Well, but when you're an Army athlete, they give you what they call a 9-panel. And the 9-panel checks for marijuana, barbiturates, cocaine, opiates, anything like that. And they also check for steroids. Well, I tested positive for clenbuterol. This was 2001. I tested positive for clenbuterol. I didn't even know what the shit was. I had no reason to use it. I wasn't making any fucking money doing what I was doing. So the Army I was benched for a month. I didn't get to go to the ringside tournament in Kansas, which was a huge tournament. You know what the ringside tournament is. And I didn't get to go. I actually had to pay out of my own pocket to prove my innocence that when they took it from the lab, when they took a blood test from the lab, they got the results from the enzymes in my liver where it made it possible that it came from food. It did not. I wasn't taking clenbuterol for anything. I wasn't sick. I wasn't trying to make weight. I wasn't doing anything. So it's possible.
Oh, it is possible, and you're going to find a lot through the liver enzymes of anything. You can. But the liver is the natural filter.
Am I saying Canelo is innocent? Fuck no. I'm just saying that there's more to the story.
That's now my whole thing on it was everybody came down as soon as the fucking hit. Everybody was coming down hard on Canelo, and I'm on the same page. Like I'm saying, it could have been something, or he could have had fucking problem breathing or had bronchitis. Usually that's mainly bronchitis and asthma, and he could have used an inhaler.
Yeah.
But going back to when everybody's it becomes doctors and shit like that without really researching
or steroid experts.
Yeah, it's which actually today I read a whole fucking thing on steroids from the top bodybuilding people in sports. The shit though, like it comes up from all the things I see in testimonials that it comes up. They can't really tell if it's from food or if you had it injected or liquid form as a doping.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of things that come into play, like what his weight, and why wouldn't he use it then? Instead of coming at 190, maybe you can come into camp at 170 or make it easier.
Eddie Cohen said the same thing happened to him when he was stationed at Fort Huachuca. He tested positive for it too.
Yeah, well, they said you can.
Yes,
you definitely can test positive through food. Yes, and somebody said, "Oh, well, you can't mask it." No, you can't, but it still comes out of your system every bit as slowly as anything else going in, and you do cycle it.
It says it comes out of your system depending on your fat cells, what your fat cells are at the time. It's like with it's going to stay longer when your fat cells.
Yeah.
And the thing with clenbuterol, what I was reading from, let me pull this up here because I had an email with this man today. I talked to Charles Yasalas, a professor emeritus at Penn State University and one of the country's foremost experts on steroid abuse. He actually was the one that that called bullshit on Mark McGuire and those guys. He was the one that did the testing and called bullshit on them. And I said the same thing last night. He agreed with me when I said when Canelo goes into a fight, what's he weighing at? 155, 160, depending on the fight, correct? When he goes into a fight, he weighs that. 30 hours after that weigh-in, he's 185, 190, correct?
Yeah.
If you were on clenbuterol for any long period of time, and those because you never lose fat cells, they just get smaller and shrink, correct? Your fat cells shrink to almost non-existent, and the water gets depleted from your system. You would not gain 30 pounds in 30 hours. You would be lucky to put 3 to 6 pounds on in that time period.
I understand that. And you could actually go back. They could do hair samples, which could go back to,
8 years or something like that. Yeah.
6 years.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I think they should do that with him to find out. Now, he may not have been on it, before, though. Going into this, it's a rematch. He's been laid off now for how long? That's another one that comes into play. So who knows where his weight was floating around at with this layoff? He fought back in September.
Julian, no, it doesn't. Where are you reading 40? It depends. Every person's different. It's not a 48-hour metabolism shelf life for people. No. It depends on the person. A guy that carries more fat cells in his body.
A week, it could take a week at the earliest to come out fully. Or pending, and sometimes it could take up to
a fucking
3 weeks.
3 weeks. It's just like marijuana. Some people do it, and it's out of their system in a week because they don't have a lot of fat holding on to it. It's gone. Other people take 4 to 6 weeks to pull any kind of weed out of their system.
It's not a 48 hour.
It's not a 48 hour. It's all dependent.
Minimum a week.
Bro, you can barely get cocaine out of your system in 48 fucking hours, much less something that's in your liver.
But that's why I keep going off of those. So there's just a reason why I'm saying that layoff, that's a long layoff. That's almost a year. And again, but what makes it hard with something like, okay, any other weight loss agent is a steroid like that.
Yeah.
The other stuff that you mentioned that
right? Why not? If you're gonna
Stanozol,
yeah, Winstrol,
but that if you're gonna take, but why wouldn't you just take testosterone?
That's what I was saying.
Yeah, but clenbuterol could be an easy way to. A safer way.
You can mask Stanozol.
Yeah.
Stanozol can be masked with what? Blood pressure medication. You cannot mask
or IV.
Clenbuterol.
Anything.
IV. Yeah. You cannot mask Clenbuterol, but you can mask Stanozol, Winnie. So if I was going to cheat and cut weight for a fight. Clenbuterol would not be my first fucking choice. It would be Stanozol or Anvar.
But if you're looking at the side effects though, and also health issues, then you would go with.
And also the wind thing, the oxygenation to the blood, which is huge.
Clenbuterol is a lot safer.
But couldn't you do the oxygenation by freezing your blood, like a lot of fighters did? Yeah. They used to blood dope back in the 90s. It was huge for fighters to put their blood into a freezer and then put it right back into themselves before a fight.
The whole shit overall mainly is like but nobody still really knows because it's a banned substance in sports, clenbuterol.
Julian.
But it's not an anabolic steroid.
The cow's meat is in your system for 48 hours. The drug itself is not. It will stay and linger.
So the liver.
The cow meat might, but it breaks down into enzymes. The enzymes break into your liver. It holds on to the fatty storage in your liver. That's how they find it. It hangs. There's fat. Your liver is full of fat on the outside. Everybody's liver is. What it does is the meat breaks down to proteins and gets shitted out, and the steroids or the clenbuterol, the enhancer, whatever you want to call it, hangs on to that fat. And the more fat you have, the longer it hangs on to.
Yeah. If it was out in 48 hours, nobody would be spending fucking a lot of money on trying to lose weight. You know what I mean?
It would. Fuck it. We'll all just take clenbuterol. It's not. Well, he said Coke is out 48 hours. Trust me. It's all. Everything's dependent, man.
Who said that?
Julian.
But yeah, no.
I'm gonna take this fucking guy that's been a doctor for 20 fucking years that has done all the drug testing and he's an expert in this. That's who I talk to.
But they're all basically going off on all the things I've read, research, and thing. It's all The difference is clenbuterol is again it's not an anabolic steroid.
We should do a test. You guys should just buy me a whole bunch of drugs, and we'll just see.
Okay.
We're gonna buy our producer a bunch of drugs. We're gonna check it out.
So next week, if you have a bunch of fucking pills on a fucking green screen.
My thing is this, man. Honestly, here's this. Do I think that do I know that Canelo is innocent? Absolutely fucking not. Do I know that he's guilty? Absolutely fucking not.
That's what I mean.
Does it matter in the long run? Is a fight going to get canceled? No, it's not going to get canceled. Let me tell you what I think is going to happen, Kelly. Tell me if you agree or not. They're going to put a big dog and pony show, right? They're gonna set him up for a commission date, right? And they're gonna postpone the commission, his hearing, till after the fight. Then they're gonna have it, and then they're gonna fine him, and they're gonna fine him some bullshit amount, $500,000, and then they're going to suspend him for a year. The year he was gonna fucking take off anyway. Yeah, big fucking deal.
It's about a year.
It is not.
But going back to the testing too, I don't understand. Which they won't do this now because it will probably stir up a lot of shit. Go back to do the hair sample. From eating the steak, from finding that agent in meat, it will now show up in a hair sample. Okay, it says the only way it shows up in a hair sample is through regular doping, using it doping. If it's in his fucking hair samples from 6 months ago, you know that he has been. That's the easiest and quickest way to find out. Yeah. A more accurate way to find out if he has been.
Julian, what part of this do you not get? Everybody's different. Your metabolism's probably a little quicker. You're gonna fucking pass a drug test in 48 hours or whatever for coke. But there are some people that go as long as 72 hours and 84 hours. Justin, am I right? Thank you. Not everybody's the same.
Yeah, no, when you don't eat. When you eat food and you shit it out, don't mean that everything with the nutrients went out.
Fury got in trouble for cocaine, Julian. It wasn't, and so that didn't help the situation either. But everybody's body's different. Some people, where Kelly would do clenbuterol, it'd be out of his system in 3 days. Where I would do it, it'd be there for 7 to 10 fucking days, maybe a fucking year. No, everybody's different. I can't. Do I know that he's innocent? No. Would I make a bet on it? No. But I will say this: his body has changed fucking massive over the years, and that makes me go. This whole CNC Factory song, things that make you go because you don't go from that fucking lean to that fucking muscular and powerful like that. That dude is a monster.
Well, I said that. Yeah, we were talking last night. I mentioned that.
No, I mean, do I think that They will make example of him. Yes, after the fight, after Vegas pulls in $300 million. Yeah.
But you know what sucks for him though? Just say like it was a total fucking accident, and he had some fucking piece of steak and whatnot. This is going to be on him pretty much forever now.
He's always going to be a cheater.
Yeah.
He's going to be like Margarito and everybody. Well,
Margarito. Or if he had fucking bronchitis or something and he took the fucking inhaler 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And just say it was like a legit fucking accident. This is going to be on him
forever,
all the time.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Bobby, now with that, if you know you're going to get tested, okay. I can't tell you for sure. I can only play it out. If he knew he was getting ready to go into camp, which he probably just started camp not too long ago.
This week, right?
Yeah.
So he was eating meat prior to that.
So, yeah. So, with that being said, he could have been on it for some time and got off of it to try to kind of cut down on weight a little bit and not knowing exactly when the random test is going to be. A lot of times in random tests, they do it when you're 3 weeks, 4 weeks in. And then they do it again, a couple days out from the fight. And then obviously you got your pre and post. But, they don't know. And he may not have known. He probably figured that the shit will be out. He's small. He's got a quick but fast metabolism.
Yeah.
And, that comes down to whoever his fucking person.
But he doesn't have a fast metabolism. Canelo does not.
No, he don't. But when you start getting into training, and it's going to pick up.
It does. But his metabolism, and my thing is this. Here's another thing. I don't know if you agree with me or not, Kelly. People, you don't spend $20,000 on VADA when you don't have to, because if you plan to fail a fucking drug test, do you know what I mean? Look, you can do a Manny Pacquiao and say, no, I'm not letting VADA test me because I don't like needles. And what are they going to do? They're not going to cancel the fight. They're just going to do your regular post-urine test and after. But if Canelo has been a proponent of VADA from the very beginning and agrees to it every time, that doesn't make any fucking sense.
That's what I'm saying. It's just it's a lot of shit about it, and we're not. Well,
Wasn't he the one that made Shane Mosley get tested for VADA, and Floyd too?
Yeah.
And Floyd's also another one that's been really clean like that. That's been proponent of VADA. But let me tell you, here's what I think.
They had a lot of suspect shit with his.
A lot of suspect shit, but we can't ever say he did because there's never been proof. But here's something you guys need to think about. Kelly, I guarantee, is more qualified to speak on this than I am, but I'll go ahead and shoot out until he interrupts me, tells me I'm fucked up like a football bat. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But when you go into camp and you're at your weight, whatever your weight, what was your weight, Kelly? What did you walk around at?
Like 180.
Kelly walked around at 180. He went into camp 180. By weigh-in, he weighed 159, 3/4, 160 on the nose, whatever he weighed. Well, you have 30 hours from that time to rehydrate and you go to your fight the next day. You have 30 hours. And what would you weigh? 73, 75?
76.
76? So you picked up more than 3/4 of your body weight.
I got as high as 180.
180, okay.
20 pounds.
And then that would lead me to say, hey, you know what? Kelly's a pretty clean athlete because he's putting on all that weight that he took off. Guys on clenbuterol do not put that weight back on because their fat cells are so insignificant. There's no fat to hold on to anymore. And they have trouble taking water in. So a lot of these athletes, I want you to look and I want you to think about this carefully. A lot of these athletes that you think are clean, think about where they weigh in at and then think about what weight they're at. They weigh in at 30 and they just happen to be at 33 the next day. Or even in some cases, they weigh 129.25 the next day. Or even I'm not saying Floyd cheated, but listen to this. Floyd weighed in at 46 or 45 and the next day he'd be at 50.
Yeah.
Think about it. God forbid, Lomachenko, he weighs in at 130. He weighs in at 129 the next fucking day, or 133. Yeah. These are the weight scales that you need to pay attention to, guys. That these aren't natural.
1,000%. But sometimes if you're on a different type of shit too, though, you could actually be a lot heavier but still be fucking shredded and ripped.
Yeah.
Seen that done too, though.
Exactly. I mean,
that's another one where you don't, because usually if you put 20 pounds on, fuck, you guys see my fight. I put on 20 pounds, boy. You ain't gonna see muscle.
No.
Coming out of my belly.
No, and then what's funny is you would see guys like Gerald McClellan that would put on 40.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, let's hit this YouTube.
Okay.
Isn't the excuse of being tainted meat? Oh, this is from Steve Connor again. Isn't the excuse of being tainted meat the biggest thing? If he was very sick with something like bronchitis, why I say it was tainted meat? Well, that's what I was just saying. Yeah, you know what? That is a good point. I take heat for that because I said he could have had bronchitis too. But they did come out and say it was from meat.
Yeah,
That was his thing. So
Kelly said that prior to finding out what it was for.
Yeah, no,
but
you're right.
That is one of the reasons you take clenbuterol for bronchitis.
Yeah. Okay. No, you're right though. I mean,
everything we say is not literal. You know what I mean? It's just like different reasons that could have been used. They tried to give you clenbuterol when you were getting ready to fight, and you couldn't use it.
I had bronchitis,
and you couldn't use it.
Yeah.
They would not allow you to use the inhaler, so you had to fight Hopkins, right? Yeah. After just getting over bronchitis.
Yeah, I had to take a oral.
Yep.
No, that was Thursday. That was Thursday before the fight. 2 days before.
Exactly. And we're about 1 minute from Ryan Garcia. So, and I'm excited about having Ryan on today, guys. I don't know. Ryan's one of our favorites. We saw him in ESPN on the Canelo and Triple G fight.
This was a great show as far as guests. You got a kid like Vergil Ortiz Jr. and then Ryan Garcia.
There he is.
You're on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. Ryan, what's going on?
This is me, Ryan Garcia. Is this Kelly Pavlik?
This is Kelly Pavlik, my man. How you doing?
My dude, how you doing? I'm doing great.
I'm doing good, man. Hey, we're excited to have you on.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited too. So, what kind of questions are we going to be asked? I didn't even ask that.
We're gonna ask some really fucked up questions to get you really in trouble. That's what we're trying to do.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
No,
I love those kind of questions.
I'm James. I'm Kelly's co-host. I just want to say we're a big fan. Me and Kelly actually got to watch you live. We watched you at the Canelo Triple G fight that Friday prior to that fight. We were actually in the arena. We watched it.
Yeah, I remember seeing Kelly there.
Yeah.
Before my fight, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I did.
We met you in the lobby at the MGM, I think.
Yeah. I remember you guys. Yeah, I remember that.
And me and Kelly's been high on you since, how long?
Wow.
A while now. We've been saying, I've been going around telling everybody you had the fastest hands in the sport, so you know.
That's awesome, man. Thank you guys for the support. I appreciate that.
Oh, you're welcome.
No problem. So, wait, Ryan, what do you got going on, bud?
Right now, I'm just pretty much training, just getting ready for my fight, basically. I don't know, really just losing weight. I'm really I have to be 130 pounds, so that's not fun, you know?
Yeah. Stay away from steak.
Yeah, I know, right? Hey.
Yeah, but that's what we were trying to ask you, find out, get a grab on what you got going on. Is there anybody out there right now, though? I mean, it's still early in your career, dude. But is there anybody out there that you're kind of keeping an eye on or got any excitement towards?
You saying that I want to fight or something?
Yeah, somebody that
you're... Oh yeah, I want to fight Gervonta Davis. That's who I want to fight.
I think that you know what, bro? I told people you'll win that fight.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, that's a fight that I mean, that's a fight that would cause so much excitement just because we're two young fighters, and that would just look great. And honestly, I will beat him because, I mean, he's 5'6", 5'6"?
Yeah.
He's a small dude. So I'm confident that I will reign supreme against him.
I just don't think he's been that impressive in his past couple fights. I think he came with that.
He's definitely a strong fighter. He definitely comes in to, try to knock you out quick. But, I mean, you see towards the later rounds, he kind of just it's not really there anymore. So, honestly, I would love to fight him in the future. I feel like that would be a huge fight. And that's if any fight that I'm looking forward to, it would be that fight.
We would love to see that fight. What are some of the things you're doing in training? What are some of the things that you do in training that help you stay in shape and make weight? Because you are a bigger kid. That's a big thing going right now.
That's the big question. Not for me. I think I have a little bit of an idea of what you got to do. But we got a lot of fans that listen to the show, and that's kind of like what we've been getting into is fighters dieting and stuff like that. Can you let us know a little bit?
Yeah, basically, I just have a lot of meal preps that they have ready for me. So pretty much after I'm done training, I eat certain meals that are they're measured in calories and all that, so that I don't exceed the limit that I'm supposed to eat that day. And then it's a lot of discipline. I mean, can you discipline yourself to eat the right foods after you train hard? Because your body, like I know my body likes sugar, like it wants sugar, but I've been like cutting that out. Basically, also I surround myself with people that make me laugh because I don't think about eating.
That's true.
That's something I do a lot, and I just try to have fun with it the best I can, and then that helps me control my hunger and my irritability with my friends, and we're just laughing, have a good time.
Yeah, right. That was for me, man. That was the biggest thing. Like I was good all day long, and I had no desire, and I was training my ass off too all day long. But dude, once nighttime came, though, that was the fucking hard part.
Right at night, right, like 10 o'clock, you're just sitting there like damn, I need something, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I stayed at my parents' house, and my dad had a tight watch on me. He's over making cabbage soup. Okay,
sleeping in the kitchen.
So I have like something to put. I would have like if I got real hungry at night, so that way I could sleep. He'd make like a cabbage soup, which is a diuretic and makes you shit. And and so that would be like my little snack at night. But dude, my mom, and she rarely ever made it, but she would have like something off to the side for like somebody, like my kids. And I would see that fucking like little brownie or something, dude, and my mouth would literally start watering. That was the hardest shit. Was nighttime.
And
I feel your pain right there. I feel it.
Yeah.
And Ryan, you brought up something that's really important earlier, and I just wanted to comment on that. Surrounding yourself with good people in the sport, and that's a rare thing nowadays for a young fighter or a fighter coming up to find the right people to surround themselves with, because you know as well as I do, there's so many people with their hands out or wanting to do some shit,
Yeah, exactly. Everybody wants a piece of the pie. It feels like there's vultures everywhere. But I just have like a small circle with my family. So basically, this is all we've done all our life. So
yeah,
I rarely accept new friends. If I do, I'm good with people. So like I can feel your vibes. I can feel your intentions. If they're pure, then like we can all hang out. We can all have a good time. Like I'm a very nice person. I'm very nice. So like if you meet me and you come up to me, of course I'm gonna smile, talk, and just interact with you. But like there's certain people you can feel the vibes like it ain't right. And once I feel that, I kind of distance myself. But pretty much, just people that are just like living life and just ready to just that are ambitious too. Like I like to surround myself with ambitious people also.
Yeah.
Because you surround yourself with ambitious people, and then all you get is a group of a bunch of ambitious people.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, and I was just talking with a guy the other day. Matter of fact, at the Kovalev fight, and we were talking about like who you surround yourself. And I told him, I was like, my biggest thing for young kids is whatever happens around you or whatever your entourage does.
Yeah.
It's not going to be them. If they get in a big fight, they're not going to be talked about, and they're probably not even going to get in trouble. It's going to all reflect back on the fighter, the name.
Exactly.
Your friends are going to start shit. It'll be Ryan Garcia started a fight. You know what I mean? You were nowhere in the building. You were in the vicinity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But me and Kelly both can agree. You're not a nice person in the ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of changed. I'm up there.
Yeah.
When you hit that kid last year, we actually thought you may have killed him.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was bad. Yeah, I remember that fight.
Yeah. No, that's good to have that switch though. Cause I'm kind of like you. I'm a social butterfly, man. All my fans, I always sign autographs. But yeah, once you're in that ring, though, it's a different. You're a different person.
Yeah.
Oh, different. But you have to be. You can't. I mean, you could be. You can't. Actually, you can't. When you're in the ring, you're gonna be a straight killer because they're trying to kill you. And I'm being literal about that. Literally, people are trying to kill you in the ring. I mean, not I mean, it's a barbaric sport. You're a gladiator. This is just you versus that person throwing blows for how many rounds? It could be 12 rounds, and it could get nasty in there. So you can't play. There's no room for a nice guy.
Yeah, it's not the hobby or job where you go out and make friends and make jokes. It's a brutal business.
Yeah, I watched a video with you at 10 Goose Gym with Juan Funes, a good friend of mine. I had never seen Juan dominated like that before. I was like, somebody call 911. But yeah, like I'm not used to seeing that, and you look so good in there with Juan, Is he there?
Ryan.
Can you hear us? Oh, we lost him, guys. We lost him. We lost the signal over here, something. But we'll call back.
We lost Ryan Garcia.
Yeah, but what a good kid.
No, truly.
What a great kid.
Should we give him a call back?
Well, they'll probably. I'll try. Oh, or he'll try. One of the two. We need to find an improved system over the speaker. I think. Don't you think so?
Yeah.
Is there anything out there we could get?
I'm sorry,
Sure.
but the person you call.
Oh no. Maybe his phone died.
It could have.
There's a lot of stuff we can get, but
What?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? I don't know what happened there.
You hung up on us.
I think.
No, I think you clicked on me.
Yeah, I think Kelly's Cricket phone went out. That Walmart track phone. It's a burner.
Yeah, exactly.
My Obama phone.
He has a burner for the side women. No, but we were talking about. I've never seen Juan dominated like that in a sparring match. It was just amazing to watch you work.
Yeah. That was like back when I was 16 years old. I remember that.
Were you only 16?
I was only 16.
Holy shit!
Wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, the hand speed. Please don't tell me you're faster than that.
Wait, what happened?
Don't tell me you got faster than that.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit!
That was back in the day.
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, I feel like
So what do you have coming up? What's your next fight look like?
My next fight is March 22nd. I'll be the main event on ESPN. I'm fighting a guy named Fernando Vargas. That's kind of funny.
Yeah,
but,
it is.
and then it's looking like I'm going to fight May 5th on the Triple G Canelo card.
We'll be there.
Yeah, we will.
We can, that one's still, in the works.
Yeah. But if you are there, we will be there for that fight. So we hope to catch up with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be awesome. Yeah, we just chat it up.
We'd like to catch up with you right after weigh-in and right before you go to eat.
Hey, and I'm going to say, hey, I got to keep this on short. I got to eat.
I know, dude. That's my big thing. Nah, you could have fucking the Hulk in front of me after weigh-ins. I was going to get through him to go eat.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't you hand me no damn salad.
Yeah. It better not be no salad either.
But Ryan, it's an honor having you on, and we were so excited to get you on here. And
yes.
You're going to be a champion. We already know you're a champion in life, but I think you're headed to great things. I think there's only two prospects out there that really excite me in boxing, and I think it's you and also Vergil Ortiz.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Vergil's cool, man. Vergil is awesome, dude.
And both very, just what I was going to say too. Both very polite and dedicated young men who got right now have really got the roll by the balls, especially in boxing. And you guys stay doing what you're doing. There is absolutely no reason why you ain't going to be world champ.
It's true.
Man, I appreciate that guy so much, and I appreciate your guys' support and for having me on. You guys are amazing, and I just thank you.
Oh, no problem, man. And we'll try to be in touch with you, and we won't bother you much, but maybe if we can get in touch with you closer to fight or after your fight. So.
Yeah, man. Anytime, just hit me up, and I'm always down for an interview.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Good. We appreciate you, Ryan.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and all the best, buddy.
Yeah, all the best for you too. All right, bye.
Bro, can we get any better? I mean, Vergil and him are just class acts of the sport. I ain't got fucking.
That's good to see. That got goosebumps. I mean, that sounds fucking cool.
No, but like how nice the
Dick
kid
hard
is.
too?
Yeah, no, what? What'd you say?
Said your dick hard too?
No, my dick's
Have you
not
seen
hard.
Ryan? Have you seen Ryan?
Yeah,
He's a good-looking fucking
Have you
kid,
seen
man.
him?
Have you seen him? I had a Wessel the whole time we were talking.
He'd make your asshole all moist.
He made my goot sweat.
No, but they're fantastic kids, and that's great for the fucking sport too. Boy, the sport really needs that.
I think we're short on character. The sport is short on character. For every fucking Charlo and Broner and Gervonta you have guys like that.
Yeah, definitely. So keep an eye on them, guys.
Now let's get into our news. We have a new segment called Punchline News.
Oh, yes. Let's do that.
So we're going to do news stories from around the world. Okay. And let us know when we're ready. And we're going to...
This is mainly your segment.
That's your segment too. You're going to help me.
I got to do one for next week.
Yeah, it's your turn. But you can help me on mine.
Oh?
Well, you have to get rid of...
You're a Kenny.
In other news, guys, we've been talking about Wilder.
Yeah.
Well, we went ahead and we tracked down Wilder's
Did some research.
his first amateur trainer, and we have a pic of him. He wouldn't talk much. He just kind of hummed a lot, but he hummed a lot, but he didn't have much to say. But there's Wilder's first trainer for you. When we asked Mr. Fan what he had to say, he just said he wishes the best for Wilder and good luck. He also did say, though, the one thing he did say was he came from a long line of other trainers like that, too. All the way back to the 1800s. We have a picture of him, too. There we go. Wilder's older trainer. And I think he came from Holland, somewhere around 1870. So
And that's when I think Wilder was at his best.
I think so. I think that's where that style earned a fight.
Where it all started.
It did. Where it all started from. And I wish the trainer the best, and thank you. Also, what else do we have going on in the news today? In other news, we have the Charlo brothers. We've been hearing about the Charlo brothers getting robbed in a club, right? By women. Well, it was stated that one of the women in the security footage was 6'2" to 6'3". Well, because me and Kelly investigated, we found the picture of the female that was involved through camera. There she is.
We even sent it into the local PD department.
And if I move, there's a picture of Jamal Charlo with her hugging her that night. Jamal Charlo showed them hugged up all night. He lost $140,000 in jewelry and $40,000 cash.
Now, thanks to her, he will be eating ramen noodles his whole training camp.
He will be eating ramen noodles for the old shitty camp, and he's getting yelled at right now. Okay, the Figueroa and Broner fight got canceled. Figueroa sent a statement saying he was having trouble making weight anyway. So we got a picture of Figueroa on the right. And there he is right now trying to make weight for his next fight since it won't be Broner.
And that looks like it still would be a good matchup.
In our next segment, we're talking about Canelo Alvarez. We have a picture of Canelo Alvarez from the beginning of camp, before he started camp 3 months ago. Picture of Canelo Alvarez right there. I think he was dressed up for his aunt's quinceanera or something like that. But we do have a picture of Canelo.
What Canelo looks like
3
now.
months after camp, what he looks like now. Wow, what a difference! What a difference a day makes, right, buddy?
Surprisingly, his nuts haven't shrunk.
What a difference a day makes. Just looking at that.
3 months, yeah.
And that's clenbuterol doing that. That's clenbuterol.
Cardiovascularity in there.
That's fucking amazing, bro. That's clenbuterol. Look at that. Look at the.
No, I think that's the other stuff.
Look how intense. Look how intense Canelo is. Look at his eyes.
He definitely has.
Look how intense he is. That's the eye of the tiger, isn't it?
Eye of the bull.
He is. That's fucking amazing.
I mean, he's serious right now.
Yeah.
He looks in phenomenal shape too for this.
He does. It was fucking amazing. And the cattle company is upset with Canelo, as you can see, and they sent Canelo a message.
I don't blame him.
No, they did. They sent Canelo a message, and they used the Chick-fil-A cows to do it. It says, "Eat more chicken." What more can you ask for?
I even heard him say that'll teach you.
And I wish to thank the cows for coming up on board and sending up Canelo their message because they're tired of being pushed around saying that they have clenbuterol on them just because they happen to speak Spanish.
Mm-hmm. And we'd like to thank our producer Justin for
making our newscast story. And and this was our final picture of the day. This is going to be Triple G and Canelo after the fight. You see how unhappy Triple G looks right now?
We were planning on attending that fight, but if anybody has watched this episode, I'm not quite sure if
we're going to get credentials. Fuck it. We'll go to watch it at Mandalay Bay.
Yeah.
Well, I want to thank Justin for his producing and helping us get our pictures together. And it's your week next week for your news story.
Okay. Watch, there won't be no news that happens this week, though.
No, there's always news. If you don't, you know what they say? If you can't find news, you make it up. Fake news. Today in the news. But no, getting back to it. I mean, we have Mills Lane's son coming on, promoter Tommy Lane. But we'll get to that in a minute. But let's get back to some of the shit we were talking about. Let's get some questions from the fans. Let's do that instead.
There ain't nobody asking questions, though.
Hey, you fucker ask questions. The chicken has a Fenra. It should. It might. Who knows?
I think people perform better when a chicken has swine.
No, I mean, this is... I think this whole thing has really gotten out of hand. I think people were so quick to come down to Canelo anyway. Canelo couldn't have done shit wrong. No, anything Canelo did, Canelo sucks. You know what I mean? It's always going to be, fuck Canelo. Could you imagine what it would have been like if Triple G tested positive? How bad that would have been?
It would have been bad.
No.
I bet you.
No. Oh, Triple G was eating beef. He's the cleanest guy in the fucking sport.
It was Canelo's camp. Again, just good. Hop back on it for 1 second. It's just too touchy. It could go either way. Like, there's a lot of things that make me think, like, yes.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be on it? And then there's a lot of shit that, because it's not an anabolic steroid. And there's a lot of shit with it that especially in Mexico, and he is in Mexico. And I know,
it's an enhancement.
I try to catch myself, saying like, well, he's got millions of dollars and this and that, but still, even if you have that, you're still a regular person who fucking wants a fucking piece of steak, and you're not really thinking about it.
Yeah.
And who knows? It's
Lonnie wanted to say
it's a bad substance.
Lonnie was saying that he was listening to White Deadlifts, the show.
Oh. Shout out to the Unbreakables, my team.
Shout out to Lonnie Atkins, does a great job with his guys, and great power lifter and great coach. So shout out to him. Julie wants to ask Mills Lane's son if he's from Savannah.
Georgia. I want to say a shout out to Jake Navarrete on our team. He just whooped ass in the Columbiana County. All the high schools in Columbiana taking first place in everything in his weight, and he's only a junior.
Well, since we're doing that, let's give a shout out to our videographer and our website designer, Anthony Santiago.
Yes,
he's at the Pan American Games this weekend in Irvine, California.
Go get him, Anthony.
He is a purple belt, but he competes in every event.
Anthony. And
to qualify for the Pan American Games is a big deal.
Yep.
And also Dan Siegel's there, and I want to give Dan Siegel my best. He was my coach too, jiu-jitsu coach. Whenever I decided to show up, he was my jiu-jitsu coach.
Guys, if you got questions, we wrap up at 7 today.
Yep. So hey guys, if I want to give Anthony a shout out and wish him the best from all of us at the Punchline. And Dan Siegel.
We got a question from Steve Connor again on YouTube.
He's gonna say something crazy.
How is the boxing scene in Youngstown? I would love to travel from my home state of Oregon to get some sparring in, or possibly fight another state. Right now, it's not the time to make the trip here for sparring. We got a lot of kids in gyms, and we got a talented young fighter out of Youngstown, Papo.
Fritas.
No, Sandro Papo Salinas. And talented young fighter, sharp. Everybody's gonna be keeping an eye on him. But as far as the amateur, right now, me personally, it's we need some work, and I'm trying to help as much as I can here eventually with it. And I think once I get my gym going, it's going to be easier to do.
Yep, I think so. And you know what? I want to tell these guys, I love this show so much, and I love the people that watch the show. I'm not going to call them fans because I'm not nobody, but just people that watch the show and I enjoy them, right, family. I gave up a lucrative job training Felice Herrig this past weekend to cover these fights. Did I not?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. A UFC female, hot UFC female. We'll be training with her.
Fuck. Yeah, I was supposed to be cut, man.
It was cut, man, that one.
Ah.
Fuck. And then we went on that harrowing 14-hour trip that should have took 5.5 hours.
We made it through it nor'easterly.
The worst storm I think I've ever been through in my life. I thought we were dead 3 times, didn't you?
In a shitty ass car that does not go good. Does anybody drive fucking what was it?
What? Oh, a Nissan Maxima.
Yeah, Nissan Maxima. Because they suck. Thanks, Bobby. They suck in the fucking snow. Do they? Justin, do you know anything of cars? It sucked, dude. Let me tell you right now.
We wouldn't go up a hill. We couldn't get up the fucking hill. They had to turn us around.
Yeah. Dude, I know how my fucking car goes in it.
I drove a Nissan once. It was a Sentra. It was a rental car when I was in Florida. That's about it.
Anyways, there was minimum 50 fucking cars off, and when we were at a standstill, that's how bad for over 4 hours without moving an inch. And then, I couldn't get. I mean, it was impossible to drive that thing, but we did not end up in a ditch. Out of all the 50 cars, we were not one of them, and we made it.
And Damon, where's the hotties? They're not going to be here every week. They're just getting the fucking way. We bring them in when we need them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we're not going to keep the same girls. We're going to change the girls out. I don't want them to get too comfortable. Pretty soon, the bitches think it's their show. Me and Kelly are over there in fucking a corner somewhere. I don't want that shit.
Mac Tyson said his Sentra is horrible. Yeah, Vergil Ortiz. There's gonna be another nor'easter tonight.
And
whoever she is that I find.
Yeah, we got some other ones coming. Thank you. It was excellent. Thanks, Damon, for that, and thank you, Mike Elliott. I appreciate it. We did it. We enjoyed the show today. I enjoyed my new segment. I always wanted to do one. And Mac's a good dude. I like Mac a lot. Yes. And Damon's going through another nor'easter tonight in New York.
Is he?
Yeah, another one of those storms. They were out of electricity. He didn't get to see none of the fights.
Another whiteout for Damon.
He was pissed. He didn't get to see no fight. But yeah, I mean, what a fucking great.
We should send him clips.
We should. Do you want to go ahead and get Tommy on? All right, guys.
They need to replace you guys.
They need to replace us. That'd be fine. All you do is sit around and talk about nothing.
If you order a pay-per-view and your shit whites out on you, is it possible to get your money back?
Yes. Did it white out?
What's that?
Did it white out on you?
No, it has never happened. I'm just curious. Though.
Yeah, I think you should.
That would suck if you got stiffed for like a $60, $70 bill.
Dan Ortiz says F Tony Masato. Yeah, I think you should get your money back.
It's Tommy. We're calling in Tommy Mills.
Hello?
Tommy?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing? You're on the punchline with Kelly Pavlik and James Dominguez. How are you doing?
Hey, guys. How's it going? How are you doing?
Good. How you
I'm
doing,
a big
Tom?
fan.
Good.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you. We wanted to bring you on here and find out how things are going with you and catch up a little bit.
Hey, thanks for having me on.
Anytime, bro.
Yeah, no, things are going good. I'm here in Reno, Nevada right now, but all is good on our end.
That's good. So I understand you made the jump into promotion. Is that correct?
Yeah, we actually, with my brother and I, our company, Let's Get It On Promotions, we've been promoting most of the shows that have taken place in Reno since 2007. So we were active a while ago, and then we got involved in this international project, which kind of took us away from promoting shows just in Reno. But we got out of that and we're back in Reno promoting shows, and there's a couple pretty good local fighters who are, selling a bunch of tickets. So, we're able to do shows because of that now. So, it's a nice little scene right now.
Yeah. Tommy, we got a question from a fan, Julian Johnson. He wants to know, did you ever live in Savannah, Georgia?
No, but that's where my dad is from.
Okay.
So he's from there, and, all my family still lives down there. But he moved to Reno to go to the University of Nevada to boxing college when, boxing was a college sport.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, Tommy, did you ever really plan on getting into the boxing or any other part of it other than promoting?
Well, I mean, I grew up around it. I mean, my earliest and my best memories in my life were always going to fights in Reno that, my dad was refereeing, or occasionally he would get assigned to a big fight in Vegas and he would take us down there. So my best memories, I mean, boxers were always my, heroes, and I just always loved the sport just to, more than a sport. And, before my dad had a stroke, he was promoting shows with Tony Holden under Let's Get It On Promotions, but then he had a stroke, and I mean, I was a freshman in high school at the time, but I kind of always knew that I wanted to do that. So I've known for a while, but yeah, that's kind of always been the plan.
Wow. So as a promoter, I'm always curious about promoters and what really goes on. What do you look for when you're bringing a fighter to one of your shows? What do you look for in a fighter when you want to promote a show and you want the best fighters possible?
Yeah, I mean, there's a kind of a bunch of different reasons, but for these smaller shows, I mean, the guys who can get people to come and sell tickets, that's the most basic but the most important part of it. So you look for guys like that, and then you look. I mean, nowadays with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they're more strict than ever with approving fights. So you got to have a guy who's competent. I mean, you can't. They're not licensing everybody anymore. Yeah. So you look for somebody who's talented and can sell tickets. And for Reno, it's important to the casinos to have people come in from the area, like the Bay Area or Sacramento. So you looking guys in the region as well, and you try and just have enough locals and enough regional guys on that will work with you with their purses and help sell the show.
I was just talking to James about that. I was like, I fought in Reno early in my career at the
at the Peppermill, right?
Yeah, good old Peppermill. Yep.
Yeah, I was most definitely there. I was probably, I don't know, in middle school then, but yeah, it was the Top Rank. Did a bunch of shows at the Peppermill, and I don't. Kelly, do you remember Jesse Brinkley?
Yes, I do. I sparred him.
So he was, he was like our first guy that we really worked with after the Contender. He's from Yerington, which is right outside of Reno. So, we brought him back to Reno and got him some fights, got him winning, and got him to fight Butte. But I remember him talking about being in the gym with you at the Top Rank gym in Vegas.
Yeah, I sparred Brinkley. He was a good fighter, tough kid.
Yeah.
Tommy,
funny guy.
Tommy, you have a couple of questions here. You have a lot of fans, believe it or not, here. Roger Romo, younger brother Fernando Vargas, he wants me to tell you hello.
Yeah, I know Roger. I love Roger.
He's doing big things now. He's working with Lomachenko and Kovalev. He was working Kovalev's corner this past weekend.
I saw him in the corner.
Yeah, he has all 17 of those Russians, so he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, he speaks fluent Russian too.
He's about auto injector. And Damon Martinez, he works on the show. He wanted to know. He said Mills Lane was awesome as a ref. Did he have certain fights that weighed on him personally for different reasons?
I mean, weighed on him. I don't know. He always said that the favorite fight that he refereed was Salvador Sanchez versus Little Red Lopez rematch.
Wow. And
so that was his favorite. But I mean, he got all the weird ones. He got, when you had the Pite fight, you had, Oliver Bacall, nervous breakdown, you had the Fan Man flying in the ring. So he just always ended up getting the weird assignments. But it was what it was, but he also had some really, really great fights. Hagler, Mugabe, Holmes Norton was a great fight, and I don't know. There's a bunch.
Let me ask you a question, Tommy. I know you're in the promoter world right now, and and you're a businessman first and foremost. We were at a Top Rank event. Me and Kelly were about 6 months ago?
Yeah.
6 months ago, and we talked to Bruce Trampler, and he said the days of the matchmaker are ending. That it's becoming a point where they're moving the matchmaker out, and the promotion teams are starting to do all that themselves, and making the process more streamlined. Do you see that happening?
Bruce is, a genius in the sport. So if he said that, then I would tend to agree with him. And I haven't really thought of it, but in our case, he's right. Yeah, Terry and I, when we do shows that are just by ourselves without TV, we do make the matches, and we've used matchmakers in the past, but once it's an expense that if you know the sport enough and enough contacts at gyms yourself, you don't really have to take on that expense. So but it's also a role that takes up a massive amount of time. And
sure. Yeah, I would
really
imagine. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just going to say, if you're working on filling a fight, week of, and you're freaking out because you only have 4 fights made, it takes away from, getting out there and selling tickets. But it's just for these smaller shows, you look, any point to cut the budget is, what you do what you got to do.
Yeah, I would kind of expect, I can see where they're saying cut them out because of these big shows. And a lot of times, once you get to a certain level, you don't, the matchmaker is kind of out the windows. It comes down to the superstar and promoter. But I would think that a matchmaker's job is still really important in guiding a young fighter through. They know who to put him in with, what type of fighter to give him a test, what type of fighter is going to carry him this far, and all that.
Should your manager be able to do that as well?
No, not the manager, unless you get one that's been in boxing. But if you got just a regular, But even then, with some of them, it's hard. Cameron Duncan with me did a lot, but also Bruce Trampler overstepped him on a lot of them too.
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. I mean, the role. I mean, that's why it's so valuable and important. If there's a fighter who can sign with one of the bigger promoters who has, the organization and has the matchmakers like Top Rank, that's just you get that knowledge and you get that experience, those boxing minds to help guide you along. Where if you're partnering up with a smaller promoter who's just trying to do what he can to make the shows work in general, it can get tough. But yeah, I agree 100%.
And Tom, one of our show's writer and my Army boxing teammate Simon Rubacava, has a question for you. He said, as a promoter, Simon's a great guy. As a promoter, what is your opinion on a fighter like Charlo and the kind of entourage they bring?
The Charlo brothers, they bring a level of excitement. I think it's interesting. I like it as a promoter. It kind of stirs up some controversy and it gets people to pay attention. So you got to love that. It does seem that, things get pretty hot ringside sometimes, and there's just a lot of passion that kind of overflows. So you really you can't cross the line when you're going to, play that role, so to speak. But for the sport, creating interest, I think it's great.
Yeah. I agree. I personally feel that maybe at times they're biting off more they can chew, like starting trouble in a place like New York City with a guy like Danny Jacobs, where he's a New Yorker, And I mean, that's just something that, that was one of the reasons me and Kelly didn't want to go to the Ortiz fight. We went to Kovalev, was because every time we've been to the fights with Charlo, with just 3 of them, there's always been a fight breakout.
There have been, and even with I think sometimes the Deontay Wilder crowd, I've heard some scary stories where I forgot what trainer it was in Texas, but they went after the guy in his camp after the fight. I think it was Dominic Breazeale.
Yeah, well that was an Olympic teammate of his.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, it's it's boxing at the end of the day.
Yeah. So what's on the horizon for you? What do you have coming up?
So our next show that we're working on now is Friday, May 4th, the day before Cinco de Mayo in Reno, partnership with the Atlantis here in Reno. We're going to do it at the Reno Sparks Convention Center. So, it's just, it's a great weekend for sports and the casinos where you got, you have the Kentucky Derby, then you have hopefully we have the pay-per-view fight. That doesn't get canceled, but you have the Canelo DGG fight. And then, and the day before they have live boxing. So, we always try and do it around Cinco de Mayo, and we're going to put some local guys on, keeping the local guys active, and putting some regional fighters on as well.
That's awesome. And do you have any social media where fans and friends can follow you, Tommy?
Yeah, that would be great. Let's Get It On Boxing, Facebook, and Twitter is Let's Get It On Boxing. You can search, but I think the handle is Let's Get It On Box, and Instagram Let's Get It On Box, or Let's Get It On Boxing. But yeah, that's the best way to follow us. That's what we keep updated the most for sure.
And like I said, I just want to tell you what an honor it was having you on, and just your knowledge of the sport is awesome, and we would love to have you on again.
Hey, I would love to come on, and thanks for having me, and love what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
It's a great show, and again, thanks for having me on, and I'd love to come on anytime.
We would love to have you on. Thank you.
We appreciate it, Tom.
All right, guys, take care. Thank you.
You too. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Bye.
Oh, that was great. That was the young Tommy Mills that's doing something big in sport. That's what we need. We need people like that. A lot of questions start popping in. You guys are real dicks.
Yeah.
When we have no questions, when there's no guests come on, you guys start rolling questions in on me. What you got? You got a YouTube question, Kelly?
Yeah, real quick.
It was for Tommy. He's on.
Oh, he's off.
He's off. Okay. There was a question. I think John Rambo asked. I think that's the UFC FC model transferring over. I think so to a point, John. I think that is kind of the model. Kind of take that money and put it in the fighter's pocket, or put it in the owner of the company's pocket, the promoter's pocket. But yeah, who has a Charlo's beat? I don't know. All classy fighters. I wouldn't say that. I don't think Lubin was a classy fighter. I think he just got caught. Julian, and then a lot of questions today, guys. A lot of great questions. One good question by Furman Carrasco. I want to make sure to ask you, Kelly. How did you like training with Robert Garcia? Any chance of a comeback? We already know that.
No comeback. We're training with Robert was phenomenal. Great trainer. Learned a lot of things that I didn't think that I could learn. You know what I mean? After being pro, and as long as I was in the world titles, but no, it was a hell of an experience. Great trainer.
Pete Bonacker said, you guys watching Mikey Garcia fight this weekend versus Lipinets? Does Howdy Doody have wooden balls?
Is it Bluebird blue?
We don't miss Mikey. Mikey's a good friend, and he's like family to us both. So we ain't missing that fight. We've known Mikey for a long time, and we support Mikey. We'll always be there. And we're gonna be watching that fight. And what a great show today. I really enjoyed it.
It was definitely a great show.
And I want to tell you guys, everybody out there, I appreciate all the questions, and I appreciate all the support, you guys. If you guys get a chance, go to YouTube, subscribe to the show, like it, and share the show, and that'd be amazing. That'd be a great way to push the show and build for
guys,
us.
Truly, we would appreciate it.
And also, if you get a chance, do that for us. And Matt Tyson said Bevo looks like Piston Honda for Mike Tyson's Punch Out.
Roger says, stop talking about my supplements. Auto ejector
2000. It's on. Hey, I just want to say one thing though. Roger is doing a great fucking job with these guys.
Oh, yeah.
He has Roger by far has the best camp in boxing. With all those Russians and the laboratory, the boxing laboratory in Oxnard. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's definitely a laboratory.
It's beginning to be like the Rocky. You know what that place is going to be like next year? Rocky 4. Remember the lasers and all the fucking track and
punching devices and
machines and digital machines and punching machines you hit and you punch. It's going to be that.
Roger's going to be like coming up to you like, Kelly, I must break you.
If he dies, he dies. You will lose.
All right. Well, guys.
Was there any time you wanted to fight Calzaghe?
Yeah, actually it was.
I love you too, Roger.
But stay tuned next week. We'll have a great show coming in. And thank you guys for all the questions. And keep bringing the questions, and we will answer them as the night goes on.
If we're not on the air, you can send your questions to the messenger, and we'll get to them. Right? But the thing is, our show's on a timer now, and if it was going to happen, it'll just cut off on us. That's why we can't get to everything. And that's right, the Soviet anthem plays.
Yeah.
But thank you guys, and we will see you next Tuesday.
Peace.